y'all.
You drive me crazy. I just can't speak.
Like a roulette wheel.
Like a roulette wheel.
Which
I don't know why this episode was called this.
Because Eric said it at one point.
Oh, I missed that.
That's what I said. I said, why is this? I said, unless some cast member says it at one point. They love to do that. You drive me crazy like a roulette wheel. It doesn't really roll off the tongue. I guess that is Eric the wheel or the marble in this analogy? You know, I don't really care.
I'm like
Never
Ronald.
mind.
I'm just thinking about gambling now.
I don't give a fuck.
I'm like thinking about my numbers.
Hello, this is Captain Poodle speaking. Are you ready to find love?
Yes, ahoy, matey.
Love. Exciting and new. Go online. They're catfishing you.
Shocker.
Fiancé.
Soon you'll be flying to parts unknown.
90-day Beyonce.
Marrying someone you only met on your phone.
Be they French or Chinese, a brand new K1 visa's the key.
Ooh, the key to what, Poodle?
To love. It's 90-day gate. Let's love.
Ooh.
I need to go in a casino.
Yo, I can win it all back. I know it.
Yeah. You would go to, when we were in Vegas, it'd be like midnight. You're like, I just going to go play one more game.
I totally admit it. It.
It was, you was a little scary. You're
Yeah.
like, I'm going to go to that slot machine again.
Yeah, you weren't pacing around either. But instead of you was out front of a donut shop. Do I get that
Just
donut?
at a buffet and crying into my lobster.
There is so much junk food in Vegas that Jake is completely, you were waylaid the entire time.
It's actually hard to concentrate in Vegas.
Oh, yeah.
There's so many things being thrown at you. The lights, things are going ding 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 ding. Every slot machine is a theme.
You don't know what time it is.
No. I don't know. What are we talking about?
Y'all.
This is Happily Ever After?
Happily Ever After? This is episode, what is this?
5.
5.
And it's called Drive Me Crazy Like a Roulette Wheel.
Like a roulette wheel. Really? This is only episode 5?
Yes. I know, it feels like we've been going a whole season.
I guess because we're doing the other one.
Happily Ever After, we just talked about this, feels really, really long and heavy. And it's because so many things happen. We've got at least 7 couples.
Matt Sharp, if you're listening.
It's 2 hours.
Split this up in an hour.
It kind of also feels like a really rich dinner that you're having to
That is a great description.
parse the courses. Like, this is your cheese course. It's got this cream on it, and blah blah blah. And here is your entree. It's quail, and it's also rich. Here's your soup course. It's cream of asparagus. Everything is rich, and dessert is like some kind of French thing that you have to like suck a dick to get.
Been there.
Anyway, that's how I feel.
And by French thing, it was a Twinkie, and his name was Skeet, and it was in the alley of a 76 Mobile.
But you know what? Sometimes those like 5'9" skinny boys have huge dicks.
Huge.
Who knew?
I did.
Anyway, yeah. There's something about this iteration of this show that is very, very like. It's very, very compact, and there's a lot. It's just a lot per segment.
Like,
yeah,
y'all, we're exhausted after we watch this.
I know. I was kind of tired.
We don't even do Smothered on Sunday nights. We do just 90 Day Fiancé.
Smothered is like, to further the meal analogy, Smothered is an amuse-bouche by the end of this.
Wow, you just got real pretentious. We got to talk about, too, when we're going to do Love After Lockup.
We just saw some art from everyone's favorite himbo, Patrick Hine.
What does himbo mean?
He's not a male bimbo.
Oh, I
He's
like
not
that.
a bimbo, though. He's just hot like one.
We've tried to sell him out for sex.
If you saw Patrick and he was just like on the beach, like doing like exercise, you would think he was an idiot.
You would.
But Patrick is actually very smart.
Yeah, he's got his MBA.
So y'all, finger bang yourself to him all you want. He's married. He's gonna have.
They're gonna have.
They have announced it. I think.
They're having a baby.
They're having a baby.
He and his wife. His wife's
Patrick's
gorgeous.
gonna be a real daddy, y'all. Wow. Why did I just feel gross when I said that?
Yeah, you can do whatever you want to do.
Anyway,
we'll post that art. Well, it'll all be up by the time this.
So the Love After
Go
Lockup
to our
art
Instagram.
is out.
Go to our Instagram.
Yeah.
That's so good, Poodle. We did this on Sunday night, and you're realizing that this actually won't be up until Monday. I am proud for you. That
I'm
is
starting
growth.
to understand space and time on podcast form.
It's very confusing.
My parents, y'all, still don't understand time zones. They'll still call me whenever, or maybe they just don't give a fuck. They'll just call me whenever.
It was hard whenever we did. It was really hard whenever we did TV Co or TV Party.
Yeah.
Really difficult.
Remember how hard it was for you to know what time it was in China? You were so confused.
It was difficult.
Because you're a day ahead in like 6 hours, y'all. Just figuring out what day we were in. China feels like a year ago.
God, it does. We're 6 months from that now.
Mm-hmm.
That was in January. Y'all, we've been at home for 4 months. 5, really.
Like I went into quarantine March 14th.
Yeah.
And it's going to be July 14th on what, Tuesday?
Yeah. Oh, I gotta do payroll
it'll
at my
be
job.
5 months. Thanks for bringing that in here, by the way.
Cubicle Warrior.
Also,
still doing
y'all,
it.
if you haven't done your taxes, the new date is July 15th.
Sent those checks out.
Get your
last week.
I worked on mine a little last night.
Are yours done?
No, I still have to do.
You did an extension, didn't you?
Yeah. Oh no, everyone has until June.
Oh,
July
you're not
15th.
doing to in October.
I didn't do an extension.
Oh
No.
I didn't know you'd seen your guy already.
No, I told you I couldn't, so I just talked to the woman on the one of my mom's friends on the phone.
Oh God, you're gonna get audited. Oh God.
No, she's an IRS person. Not IRS. She's a CPA.
In
It's
what
fine.
state?
South Carolina.
But there's different laws. And oh God,
It's fine.
we got to get this fixed for 2020. I am not going down with your
No,
shit.
we're gonna have to.
I will not go to prison for tax evasion.
Sounds fun. No, I'd make up something. What are you in for? Armed robbery.
Yeah, tax evasion is just so lame.
No.
That's so lame.
Yeah. What are you in for? I killed a man with my bare hands.
Yeah.
And his father.
Wow.
Anyway,
Wow. Anyway, y'all.
Do we have any other announcements?
Love After Lock. The show's going to air on Friday. We don't know when our podcasts are going to come up from
We're
that,
going to
y'all.
figure out. It might be
maybe
Sunday.
Maybe on Sunday night is to give y'all a little treat to start the week.
Yeah. Because
Yep.
we're going to be doing it on Friday, and like no one really checks our podcasts on Saturday. You guys, that's
Yeah.
your day off of like fucking with things.
Yeah, and people like Bill Bullware are drunk all day Saturday, so nobody's going to really listen. So we're thinking of Sunday night.
I think it's a good idea.
That's what we're thinking, yeah. So,
Yeah. See.
yeah, see.
Okay, Sunday night. See.
I think that's all. We have that. We have our last episode of Labor of Love. Thank God.
Can't come quickly enough.
Hopefully they don't have a reunion.
I'm not watching it.
You told me we had to.
I've evolved.
I'm fine. Last episode was so bad.
But like, how interesting can Christy be? We already see that even with television editing, she's boring.
Everyone knows it's Christy. And then we have our regular 90-day stuff. Poodle and I are nervous. We don't want to have too many announcements because somebody gave us 2 stars on our Apple Podcast reviews. It said, they have 20 minutes of announcements. I can't. I've tried multiple times.
You know, and seriously, I used to have problems with people where there was a lot of stuff before. honestly, you guys, this is us just decompressing.
We got to settle in
before we get into this garbage.
Yeah.
If I'm going to sift through garbage, I need a little time.
You got to understand, if you are going to be
I'm preparing
with a
for you.
hung man for the first time, you've got to get that
prepare.
You got to get that butt plug in for at least a good 5 minutes.
This is kind of loosening you up for the rest of the show.
Yeah, it's true.
It's like a starter dick.
It's like a starter dick. Thank you.
I hope everyone needs a starter dick.
It's true.
So anyway, come at us if you had no starter dick and you're like, holy shit, is this what it's supposed to be like?
That was me, and he was a white guy. It was, golly. Y'all don't lose your virginity to a Puerto Rican.
I think I had a starter. Mine was like 5.5, 6.
Oh, mine was
a nice starter dick.
Definitely over 8.
Oh,
and
my
girthy.
God.
Oh, Lord.
And then what was the next one like after that?
I didn't feel anything after that. I don't know what they were like. I still don't know. I'm paralyzed.
It took everything away.
Yep.
It's like a constant epidural.
It is like a constant epidural. Kind of like Angela. That's why I need a soft bed for my back.
Anyway, let's get into this.
Mm-hmm.
Drive me crazy. Rock me, baby, like a wagon wheel. Larissa. Y'all, they're still at her and Hannah, her fake friend.
Hannah hates her. Hannah has a baby that she loves, but Hannah hates her husband.
Yeah.
But Hannah just does this because it's a little bit of money, but she hates her life.
Y'all, reality television, those friends are fake. That you're seeing, like Larissa's friend, Heather, that was on that show. These are fake friends, y'all.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
I think JoJo might be a real friend of Angela's. Possibly.
Maybe.
She's not as close as they sound, though.
I kind of was hoping Skylar would come at the last minute, but
no. Because you know why? Skylar keeps it real.
She does. She keeps it real. Who do you want to start with? Larissa?
Yeah.
All right, great.
That's what we just said.
Y'all, I've been drinking.
Anyway, so 2 hours later, you guys, they come out of the immigration. She goes, I did not get arrested.
She said, I had to take the photo, and I took the finger. And I thought, that's something Poodle never does. He never takes just a finger.
No. And you take the photo way before you take the finger. And she goes, I talking to them in a private room.
So what happened? Did they just need to take her photo?
I think it might be the second step in a green card. Like, she just didn't understand it.
Oh.
That's what I thought it was.
I wonder if it's confusing.
I don't know. I think she's confused a lot.
That Botox went to her brain.
That kind of face of her just sitting there and that kind of, the eyes just kind of one half closed, and her eyelashes are so heavy that she looks like a Muppet.
She does. Y'all, by the way, Christina's killing it. I'll post that tonight too. Be sure to go to our Instagram at 90 Day Gays or our Twitter and see our newest Larissa meme. It's when she was pole dancing. It was a beauty.
It's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. And what Christina did is hilarious.
Y'all, I gotta be honest. I'll apologize for this. I hated on Larissa. I wish I could watch a whole series about Larissa.
I would watch that spinoff in a second. I love her. Do I think she's always the best person?
No,
but I will.
I don't care.
But I will say,
better than Colt.
There's like she does have heart. Like there's something likable about her.
Well,
I don't think she's a completely evil person like Colt is an evil.
I feel like
Colt is like a Toy Story or a Pixar villain.
He kind of is. But I feel like she's always earnest. Like she does say the quiet part out loud. Like
Yes.
And y'all, that makes great TV.
But you know where you stand.
You know where you stand.
Colt, you don't know if he wants to fuck you or wear your skin.
Yeah, I agree. But like, so you guys, Larissa, I miss being in a relationshipy, and she's going on a date, and guess who the guy is? It's Eric.
It's Eric.
Her ex.
Who
gives me a gay vibe.
He did before. It doesn't as much, but kind of. There's something
off.
There's something off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, has the kind of haircut that needs product right now.
It's a little fuzzy.
That is his. If I would say there's
Needs
the
a little hair
biggest
oil.
argument about not being gay is the absence of product in his hair.
That's true.
Y'all, if I go out to dinner and don't have product in my hair, you need to take me for a psyche eval.
He's about to like pull over.
I know.
and
Something's
die.
wrong. Like something happened on the way to heaven.
He's a robot. It's not Poodle.
Anyway, and that goes for any gay person, y'all. If you see them out,
I know some gay people that don't really do their hair. They're like stand-up comics, so they have their own shit.
well, true, but like if they're, you can do your hairstyle, but if your hairstyle is a certain way that needs product in it,
Yeah.
they'll always have it. Would you go out to dinner without product in your hair?
No.
Never.
No.
But you're right. Maybe there's the kind of gay who's like been married for 10 years and they don't care anymore.
I don't know. You know, I'm getting to the age, though, now, I will always fix my hair because I'm so grateful I haven't lost it.
Right.
Because, you know, a lot of guys our age are starting to go bald.
For me, y'all, it's when my hair is like, I'm a prize rooster on the farm, and I just have to go, and I've got to make sure my comb is appropriate.
I'm telling y'all.
It's like a mating call.
If Poodle or I ever go bald, you're suddenly going to hear commercials for
I'll
Hair
have a
Club.
wig.
You're going to have commercials for Hair Club for Men on our show, and Poodle and I are going to get plugs.
I'm also a client.
Yeah. If you think we won't get hair plugs, then you are missing something. In a second.
I think I'm going to be okay because
think
my
we
mother's father died with a head full of hair.
So my grandpa, he got thin little like in his 70s. I'm fine.
You're thinning just a little bit already.
I'm not at all.
Cool. Anyway, you guys. I'm burpy all of a sudden.
Oh no.
Excuse me. Anyway,
Y'all, yesterday I was over here. We were watching some watching chats for Patreon, and I sat on Poodle's side of the couch, and all I said was, "I love this side of the couch." What did I say?
you said it feels broken in.
It feels broken in, and Poodle froze.
Take a moment.
I didn't. It's the side you sit on
love
all the
the side
time.
of the couch. This one feels broken in. You know what that means? This one's destroyed because of your fat ass.
I didn't mean it that way. I just meant you sit on that side.
It's kind of like, are we done with this game? For those of you who didn't get who don't listen to our Patreon, this motherfucker, I was like, let's do a Family Feud thing for Ronald's mini crimes with Ronald and Tiffany. And I was him like, what else? And you goes, are we done with this game?
I just meant it. I enjoyed it.
But it was the
very
biggest,
dismissive.
the biggest one. Yeah. The thing about it is, I'm pretty upright with my tone. You don't know what your tone does sometimes.
It's true.
It's very menacing.
It's true. But my
you
intention is not.
So?
Well, intention's everything.
Yeah, but what's on the outside matters too.
I like that you said that as you itched your junk. Let's move on.
Anyway, she misses being in a relationshipy, y'all. Now
we know nothing about Eric and
we
her.
We saw a little bit, y'all. I do know that Eric has an OnlyFans, y'all.
He does?
Yes. I don't know. He's hot though. I think Eric is hot.
By the way, that reminds me, on our Gatreon, we had a sissy named Jeff who did some thorough research.
Yeah, Jeff sacrificed money to get that Corey OnlyFans money.
Tell him the hot
Corey
tea, Poodle.
of Evelyn. This is the hot tea, y'all. There have been no full frontal, no full assle shots. No.
Did you say assle?
Assle. Rear nudity. Full frontal, rear roll. Assle. I like assle.
I like it too.
Assle with a like ASS-AL.
I like it.
Assle nudity. And so he said he's teasing an assle shot. But that's all he's saying. At this point, he's like, I'm probably not even going to subscribe again.
Which, for a gay man to say that about OnlyFans.
I know.
Jeff, is he at least fit? Is he at least cute?
he may have had to take care of himself. I just love it that Evelyn's pimped his ass out.
Oh, I'm telling you, she's going to have one of those electric butt plugs in his butt where people donate money to help him get up.
I fucking love it.
And she'll be over there just pressing the buttons. He won't get any butt stimulation unless she gives it to him.
Yeah,
because
I
bet she hasn't pegged him in like 6 months, so he's craving
he's just begging it.
Anyway,
y'all. So she says,
Larissa,
she's like, I thought that you did not admire me anymore, and we learn also she broke up with him over text. Just putting it out there, you guys. If you've been out for a while. And you've had more than 3 dates, 4 dates, and even if you don't really talk on the phone that much, you owe someone a call or to do it in person to break up with them.
Don't do what I did and call someone and their answer machine.
No, you did not.
Well, he had that like, hello, and then paused. And then tricked you. And so I started talking.
Oh.
And then he's like, just kidding. And that was his voicemail, and I'd already in my mind. So I totally told him.
You're like, so I think we're better friends.
I was like, yeah, we're. And I totally did the voice, and it was. I was nervous. I broke out because then I didn't want to. What do you say? What do you say in the voicemail of? I should have just hung up and left a missed call.
I agree.
Because instead, what do I say? Hey. Give me a call when you can.
Y'all, give me a call when you can means I have an STD and I gave it to you and I need to tell you about it. That's what every time someone calls me, y'all, who I'm dating or who I'm fucking, that is, I have given you gonorrhea.
Which, honestly, you can leave that in a message. I don't care. I don't mind.
Honestly, I need to hear it from their mouth if they've given me something.
I already got enough from their mouth.
So what have you said? What breakup excuses have you used? I've got a wheel that I spin, basically.
I have
Let's spin the wheel.
Ironically, you have actually been in more quasi-relationships than I have. I think just realized with David Gurley, my first relationship, and then Kyle were my only relationships.
And you didn't have to break up, really.
Well, because I dated one guy for like a month, my senior year of college. Remember the guy I had to go into his dorm room when he was a freshman? No, it wasn't Bruce. Bruce, I would have been fine. It was it Crumley? It was one of those like boring ones over on Maple Avenue.
I've had a lot of 2.5 month relationships or 9-week relationships.
The things that I had, both of us knew there was an end.
Oh, yeah.
So I haven't really... The first boyfriend I broke up, I said...
Boy, that's sad.
I broke up with him in person. I said, I just feel like we need... Because we were friends that lived together, and then we started fucking, and I said, I'm not ready to live with you. When really, I was like, you're fucking crazy, and I need to not be with you.
This is the one who has a belly button tattooed, or belly button
He got a belly
piercing.
button ring a month afterwards. I think I also sold some drugs for a bit.
Red flag.
But now he's fine. He just lives in a barn in Arkansas with his mom, and they raise rescue cats.
That's lovely. Y'all, if you're a heterosexual woman and you're dating a guy or who's got a belly button ring,
run.
You may want to process that.
You know what? Actually, I forgot.
It's cool for girls.
He moved from Arkansas, and he works at a bar in Dallas and runs the karaoke night. He tries to do karaoke competitions. He's sad.
I'm sure that goes really well.
What kind of excuses have you given?
A good one.
I'm going to settle in for this.
A good one, just to put it out there, you guys, is this is one that gets all the way, and you can't argue with it. You guys, you need to find something that people can't argue with, and this is the strongest one, and it's not a gimmick or anything. I just don't think we're a match. You can't get past that. Because you can't give them the it's not you, it's me. Because they're going to say, no, I will do anything for you. Wait, is that just me? That come back with that?
That you come back
with? Do you want me to change? I'll change for you.
They say that to you?
I had someone do that for me once.
You had someone
You're
say?
Like, what do I need to do?
Was he rich?
No. All the rich ones usually are the ones who don't necessarily need me. But when I break up with them or say I don't think we're a match, they're like, okay, fine, see you next time.
Boy, your life is like that Pam Tillis song. Seems like all the good ones are gone.
But y'all, that is if you're like, how do I break up with this person? How do I do this? Yeah, I just don't think we're a match. And then there's nothing they can say back.
Yeah, if you want to expand upon that, just make the statements. It's the same thing when you fight. Make the statements of, I feel, not even I think, but I feel, my experience is this.
Yeah.
And if somebody tries to argue with your feelings and your experience, they're not listening to you.
Nope.
Because you could say, well, I think, da-da-da-da, and they could say, well, have you thought about this? But if you say, I feel claustrophobic in this relationship, what are they going to do?
Yeah. But you can say things like, we're in different places, blah, 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 but nothing is going to actually hit the dartboard like, I just don't think we're a match.
Yeah. You could say...
And it's hurtful to hear, but trust me, they would rather you say that than string them along and then make some kind of big thing like, I just don't think I can handle our relationship right now, blah, 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 which is a lie.
And if they're still not getting it, just follow up with, and you know what? I'm fucking someone else and I'm really into them. That'll get them gone. That'll work.
I never had that and I never said it, but it was happening sometimes.
I know. I know, Poodle. I know. Because when Poodle was in his 20s, he wouldn't leave a relationship until there was a bed warmer in there.
That's true. You don't break up unless you got something on the back burner, y'all. Then you do a burner switch. You got to bring that rice to the front.
Got to bring it.
That arroz con pollo. You bring that chicken and rice to the front.
You do.
And put that fucking tomato sauce on the back.
Yep.
Boom. Anyway.
So this is so they're on a date.
What are we doing?
I don't know. So she broke with him via text, and Eric says it was out of nowhere, and they haven't talked in 2 months. And so she contacted him.
And he says, I felt like ash in the wind, which is a really gay thing to say.
All we are is ash in the wind.
He felt used. Oh, we were going to do this in 9 Days Theater. And it doesn't matter. We don't have to.
No, it's fine.
All right.
I'm confused by her next thing. Some girls call me. What does she mean by this next phrase, Poodle?
Chissy butt. Chissy butty.
What does that mean?
Chissy butty. You had girls who called me chissy butty.
Because this is about the police report she filed. I'm confused about all this. Break it down.
She filed a police report against him because he was randomly telling. She said he was randomly telling women about her, and she was afraid he would date these women and decide to go on some kind of tirade against her. So she filed a police report.
Is that a police reportable?
In Larissa's world, it is.
Come at us, policemen, police women, police people. Let us know.
And police in between.
I want to know if we have any or if you're a firefighter. Do we need firefighters that listen?
But
you know what? I'm going to a place.
He said it just made me crazy like a roulette wheel.
He did say that.
And I'll just say
Which
this
probably
now.
Means he's a gambling addict.
I Googled. That's not a phrase.
It's not a phrase. But that means he's probably a gambling addict. Because a roulette wheel makes him crazy.
Let's not call someone an addict just because.
I'm going off of a feeling, and I think I'm right.
She says, I apologize for filing the police report on you. Ericy, our sex was amazing. But she did say, but our relationship was getting tired.
And then he goes and he says,
tired.
Yeah. We'll do a quasi theater, like a soft, because then he says, Larissa, there's a lot of things I miss. I miss our conversations. You would laugh at me. I mean, when you laugh at me, I miss you.
And she's sitting there with those Muppet eyes, y'all, just barely blinking.
And then she said, what did she say about their love poodle?
I can see the love flame.
And it's still burning.
No one talks like this.
No one talks like this. And
I fucking love her. God.
And then he says, I want to make you rich. And she says, I want to make you happy too.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
Something
he says
like
happy,
that.
Yeah.
Then she says, you guys, so she's being honest. I just want some happiness on my journey. She's lonely, y'all. She's not looking.
Do you think she actually cares for him?
No,
not at all. I think she's lonely, and I think she wants money.
She's convinced. She's like, and what do you want me to? She's like, but you were cheapy in the past.
Which we're going to see that next
and
episode.
She's like,
her
I want boobs.
That's what she says next. So I think
she's open and honest about it.
I
y'all.
think she's open and honest. I don't think she loves him. I think she just She just wants some.
He's comfortable.
Well, she wants to be comfortable in a place to live.
You know, the thing about Larissa, I'd be interested to know her circumstances. She's not someone. She's just looking for ways to get her feathers smooth.
She is.
And we haven't watched that season, you guys. We watched a little bit of the summary, but I'd love to know her backstory because I'm sure there's as they say on Steel Magnolias, there's a story there.
Oh Lord, help!
Shall we move on to Tania and Sinjin?
Oh wait, do you not? We usually do Larissa and Colt together.
Oh well, they weren't together, but that's fine.
I know, but I mean, you're the one that told me to do that.
I said on episode basis, but that's fine.
You didn't. You did not say on an episode basis. That is a fat lie.
I've never heard something being a fat lie before.
I want those cookies.
Ooh, I may have to. We take a break and I'll heat up one.
Oh my God, y'all!
Sissy Arthi.
Oh, Arthi.
Arthi sent us. Arthi sent us some cookies from Levin Bakery.
Levin.
Yeah.
They were delicious. Even our friend Susan Van Heusen is a baker, said they're great.
They're like
huge.
You hold one in your hand and you could do a curl with it.
But instead you eat it and that weight goes to your ass. But they're very good. You can actually
see them on my butt.
Their oatmeal raisins sent me a flutter.
You know, that was my least favorite.
Oh, I loved it.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
So good.
I like it with a lot of oatmeal. I like my.
I get that. I like that too.
Yeah.
Speaking of cooking shows, have you seen Jada's show in her house?
I need to. I need to record it.
It's so good. I love it.
This is stupid that we're talking about this.
No, Jada De Laurentiis' house is gorgeous.
Yeah. Doesn't she have a new man?
He's a producer. Yeah, his name's Shane.
That's official.
It's her boyfriend. He lives with her. Yeah.
Good for them. So they're quarantining.
But he films it with
Jade
her daughter.
Is old now.
She's
Jade
gorgeous.
Is like,
and she kind of gives her sass.
Good for her.
It's fun.
I want happiness for Jada De Laurentiis.
I know.
They say she's kind of a nightmare behind the scenes. Yeah.
Definitely she seems. I bet she's picky.
Yeah, she's got a short fuse. You can just tell.
But Poodle loves Aunt Raffi.
Oh.
Poodle is Aunt Raffi.
I am Aunt Raffi. So we move on to Colt and Debbie.
Yay. So Colt and Debbie, they're headed to Brazil. Debbie wants to see the Walmart. Y'all, there's a lot of things to do in Brazil. I want to see
what the Walmart looks like.
There's a lot of things to do in Brazil.
I want to see what the Walmart looks like.
There's a lot of things. Choosing a Walmart. You can see the Amazon.
Brazil's a very big country.
I know, it is but you could see a lot of different things in Brazil. Yeah. And she wants to see it at Walmart.
Well,
y'all,
I think that tells you this is Debbie's first time abroad, you guys.
Yeah.
So, you can tell that none of this is going to work out well, everybody, right?
No, but you kind of tell that Debbie probably is a person who likes to see how people live. And she's probably interested in that if she wants to see the Walmart. You know what? I'm giving her too much credit. She's horrible. Anyway.
Debbie doesn't know if her phone's going to work. She also doesn't know if she's asking these questions like, what do people do there? Is it safe? Maybe you don't wait until the morning before you go.
There's a Google search, and I know your son works on an internet job, so he could do this for you.
So anyway,
y'all, they get on the plane.
She does say, Colt does say, I'm starting to think that my mother is not coming to this with an open mind. You think? I really don't like him. Y'all, Debbie's wearing a kitty shirt with a hat.
It's a cat with a crown on it because she's going to Brazil, letting them know she's a cat hoe.
She's a cat hoe.
So they land there, and Debbie's also glad that there's a Panda Express. And this is when I couldn't argue with Debbie.
Y'all,
I couldn't argue with her here.
it is really hard for me to go to our local pavilions because there's a Panda Express inside. That's a grocery store.
Pavilions is a grocery store, yeah.
And I have to make sure to eat before I go because I will go to that Panda Express.
The entrance is right by the Panda Express.
They planned it that way, and it is insidious.
And they have literally the orange chicken wafting right by the door.
And right now, during COVID times, y'all, my prescriptions are still there. I saw it there, and I was hungry, and I waited there. And now, because of COVID lines, you can't be right up against someone.
Oh, no.
And so there are people, and I was sitting there waiting, and a girl walked in and just walked up to the counter. I said, "Nope, line's back here. COVID line, girl." And she kind of looked at me and then tried to act like she didn't understand what I said. And I said, no, behind.
Poodle will say something.
Y'all,
why do you have your prescriptions all the way there?
I don't know.
Move them. You have a CVS right there.
I know.
Y'all, Poodle.
I like to go to my familiar pharmacist. I like
but
them. They call me Mr. Anthony.
But there's a Ralph's right there that does prescriptions. You know, y'all, this is Poodle.
It's the simple kindness.
It's that he won't change it. It's
maybe.
One day when we have money, you're going to have an assistant who does this shit for you.
Yeah. I'd like that. Could they fuck me too?
No.
Okay.
I'm going to make sure it's a very smart, capable lesbian.
Okay, that'd be best.
We got to get that house cleaner scheduled too for you.
Is she
I don't know if we can do that yet, can we?
I don't think we can.
Never mind.
Anyway, y'all, so Colt is like, what do you think about Jess? And she's like, she seems like a pretty little girl. Voluptuous, you might say.
Voluptuous, you might say.
She's big titties.
She's big titties.
Uh-huh. It bothers me. Your Debbie is kind of like porn granny. And
this is porn granny. Hey, I'm going to Brazil. Hey, look at them big titties on that girl. Because I'm porn granny. I'll get into that. Hey, you want a hotel room beside one another? I want to hear that moaning and that groaning.
Porn granny.
Porn granny.
Porn granny. You do not belong here in this season.
I'm going to go fuck something. Bah. Boy, who knew she would show up?
I'm sorry
Wowza.
I mentioned her. So you guys, they're sitting there, and they're in the car. They're making out in front of Debbie.
It's gross.
Don't do PDA in front of your mom
well, before
or mother-in-law.
They even get to the testimonial. And I have to say, Jess, I know this might be a cultural thing, but honey, don't be a hoe. We are sex positive. But don't be a hoe in front of
your boyfriend's mo.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. She's like, I'm ready for us to be alone for,
in front of the boyfriend's mo.
For sex. And then she looks at Debbie.
For sex. And she's like, I don't think he heard it. She's hard of hearing.
This is not appropriate.
Yeah. And you guys, we've talked about this before. Someone came at me on Twitter about saying what Debbie's vocal problems are, because they are. And I found out, too, someone told me she's hard of hearing. In some ways. So that's why you sometimes hear that. I didn't know that.
She doesn't say her L's well.
No. But also, I feel like she's got some dysphonia from smoking. I feel like she probably smoked, and something's going on there.
It's true.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, there's also some awkward fitting dental work. That's what the tease and stuff is for. I don't think she spent a lot of money. Got a cavity filled somewhere, like a sale barn.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Horse tranquilizer. So they're making out in the car, and then they start talking about, oh, it's so cute. Don't we have our names for our children?
And she's like, what? First of all, y'all, when you hear people who are dating have picked out names for children, if you do this, know that everyone around you thinks you're an asshole.
An asshole. Even your girlfriends.
Yeah.
that are pregnant think you're an asshole.
If you're dating someone without being engaged and you've picked out your children's names and you can't wait to tell people about them, you're an asshole.
She also, Jess, if you're listening to this show, I don't think you are.
Aren't.
But if you're, let me give you some advice from a mother lover and from someone.
Wear smaller glasses.
Well, there's
Not
that.
like baby egghead.
Yeah. By the way, somebody else tweeted her as baby egghead, and someone on Instagram tagged us and said 90 Day Gay said it first.
Yes!
I appreciated that.
Thank you.
I respect that. Thank you.
Y'all, that just gave me an erection. I
Blech.
love being the first.
Great. That's what he tells all the guys. You're my first.
You're my first. Doesn't feel like it.
I'm going to give you some advice, ladies. If you're dating, or whatever, men, whatever, if you're meeting your significant other's mother-in-law, here's the key. You ask all questions and keep your focus on them. Mm-hmm. How was their trip? How are they doing? You talk to them about their experience. Yep. You maybe say, like, if you talk about your significant other, you talk about how much they how much you like being with them.
Yeah, this is a mother lover talking,
and
y'all.
Maybe,
this is a first prize winning mother lover.
Maybe you bring up like, oh, he is so funny. Like, did he get his humor from your side of the family? You bring it back to the mother. Y'all, I am a mother master.
He is. Now, I would see through all this. Mother Poodle would too.
There's only
but that's
one.
Okay.
You know what? I want to say there's only one mother that doesn't love, and I want to say mother, but actually, she does kind of probably like me more than any of your friends.
She does like you.
She did ask to speak to me on the phone, and I was shocked.
My mother can see through mother loving.
It's true.
You're a pretty strong mother flatterer, and most mothers go with it.
But also, I
know you, and I can see you at work.
I really love mothers because I really love the people that they brought into my life.
Yeah, blah, blah, blah.
Even you.
Who the fuck cares at this point? Anyway.
I think I knew that your mother loved me whenever she let me feed you in the hospital room when I took care of you by myself so she could go take a walk.
Someone just dropped the hospital card. For those of you who don't know, I was in a coma like 5 or 6 years ago, and this one never stops talking about how he fed me. Was I conscious? Kind of.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, I was in that state of like, gah, gah.
It was nice, too. I could, like, rub on your arm and give you Reiki, and you couldn't tell me to stop touching you. Y'all, because whether friends, boyfriends, I'm a touchy person.
No shit.
I'll just rub on anyone.
Because y'all, normally when
it's
he
like
touches me,
it's fathering nature.
Normally it's like
it's
like two magnets going. I go.
He goes. Even just like, because he'll be stressed, and I'll want to put my hand on his back and just pat him and say, "That's okay." However, he does let me do his makeup, and I do your makeup when I'm stressed, and that's helpful for me.
That's how you self-soothe.
It is.
Yeah. So anyway, they're making out in front of her. Debbie's ill as a hornet,
and
as
Debbie's
my people
thinking,
say.
This bitch wants to get knocked up so she can get a green card and come to America.
I can honestly say she might not be wrong.
By the way she's acting, Debbie, we're not saying Debbie's a great person.
No.
She also acts horrible this episode, but
I feel like Debbie doesn't know how to handle herself outside of her house. So she's already feeling super stressed when she's not in her environment, and Debbie gets really upset, you guys, when she's not in control.
And she cannot regulate her emotions.
Yeah.
And she's also really tired.
She did do 2 of her trademark, I'm done. I'm done.
Can you imagine what Jake Anthony is like if he hasn't had 30 hours of sleep?
It's, you know what, I'm in 30.
Or you past the point
30
then?
gives me in this kind of like punchy place.
Okay.
Because
I've been with you when you were tired. Although I'm hungry and hot is your worst, actually. That's true.
Tired I can be.
That's true.
Yeah. Hungry and hot. Those are problematic. Yeah.
Why did Debbie choose the back of the van? I would have been car sick.
I think they just kind of regulated her there. So they're all staying in one room, you guys.
Colt thought it was
Not
a bigger suite.
the best choice. So, just an idea.
Idiot.
You would be wanting to have sex with your new girlfriend with your mother in the next room. As quiet as you could ever be, you'd still be thinking about your mother with a glass at the door. I could not do it.
I feel like Colt and Jess actually have been a little disrespectful to Debbie.
Oh, I agree.
Now, and I know some of you are going to come for us because you know Debbie from the first season.
They're all awful.
And y'all hate Debbie. We're not taking up for her. We haven't seen that season.
No.
The way Debbie...
Get your mama a separate room.
The way Debbie handles it and starts yelling like, I haven't had a fucking thing. That's horrible. She's gross.
Honestly, she was exhausted.
Yeah.
I can't really fault her for that. I don't know what her issue was at that time.
Let's let Debbie go to sleep and she'll show it a piece of shit.
Honestly,
she is.
Yeah, what's her name? Little egghead.
Jess.
Wouldn't stop. Are you okay?
This bitch is stupid.
I know. I'm like, that's like, you're like poking at the tiger.
Oh, and she keeps like saying, well, no, I just, and
y'all, that was like Tiger King when he lost a leg.
And Debbie kind of was like, said, Rat! And I was like, that's fair.
Yeah.
Y'all sent us news. Apparently they found human remains at the Tiger King Ranch. Have you not seen that?
No.
Yes, they did. They found human remains.
Oh,
yeah.
shit. Wonder who it was.
I don't know.
The mystery deepens, y'all.
The mystery
Maybe there's a
deepens.
Tiger Queen season 2. There's not.
If you haven't seen, by the way, if you're in the Facebook group, did you post our Carol Baskin cameo?
I
someone
haven't
gave
yet.
us?
I need to.
You got to post that.
Yeah. By Carolina Zhang.
Yes. It was terrifying.
She's like, I want to meet you guys one day. And we both went,
No, we did. We actually.
like, that's okay. That's okay.
We're fine.
We'll send Bill Boldware. Anyway. So they're talking about having sex. And she's like, well, she's kind of hard of hearing. No, you don't have sex with your boyfriend, with your mom, with a thin door.
No, the only time I fucked my boyfriend was when my dad was sleeping with his wife on the other side of the house. And I even closed the air vent so you couldn't hear it.
I don't think you should do that in your house.
Well, it's fine to have sex in your house if you're on the other side. What? My boyfriend was coming to stay with me. What would they think?
But maybe just abstain with sex for a couple of days.
We fucked in the pool, too. While my dad and them were asleep. That was great. Because it takes all the gravity. I felt skinny. He just could lift me everywhere.
I'm just saying, why not take a break when you're in your parents' house?
Have you ever had someone in your parents' house?
Yes.
A man?
Yes, and I was terrified.
Really?
Yes.
Because you know your mother probably is spying on you?
No, it felt like an affront to them.
I bet your brother's fucked in your house. You should ask him.
He has, but it's still... this is...
You're a 48-year-old man. You could have sex.
No,
He's 41,
I
y'all.
agree, you guys, but I think there's a level... To me, there's a level of... I don't know. You kind of defer to keep everything... Everything's kind of about being...
I would do that now.
What?
But we were 22 years old. You fucked every time when you were 22 years old.
What do you mean you would do it now?
Like now I wouldn't have sex. I'm in my 40s. But when you're 20...
you said you did before. You weren't that... But it wasn't long ago.
No. With my current boyfriend. I'm talking like my old boyfriend.
Oh.
Like when I was 22 years old.
Oh, now... when I was 20, I would have done it.
Now, no.
No, I agree.
No,
I agree.
No.
That's all I was saying.
No.
You
tried, and I said, no, we can't do that
You
here.
didn't clarify.
Oh, yeah. I'm too old for that shit now. Not my parents' house.
Well,
Besides,
also,
I want to go to bed.
You just don't want to have that conversation.
It's just weird because my humidifier's not there, my air purifier. I'm not comfortable.
You don't have your white noise machine.
I don't have my wedge pillow because
Yeah.
I couldn't fly with it. I'm just uncomfortable. I need to go to bed.
I don't have the right kind of lube.
Yeah, come at me because it would leak on the plane. Come at me, y'all. If you can't sleep anywhere else, when we have to do live shows, we're gonna have to like vacuum seal pillows and shit for me. just so I can make it.
Your wedge pillow. I'll take the fuck pillow.
Well, it's true.
I'll have to take the pillow I get fucked on.
They'll have the hotel.
Come at us if you have a fuck pillow.
It's true. They'll have to bring the hotel concierge. Will be bringing up one of the valet carts, and they'll have like a bird cage on it, and like a bucket that says lube, and they're like, "This is for Miss Anthony's room."
It's just a goddamn 5-gallon bucket that just says Acme Lube. I like the idea of me traveling with exotic birds, though.
For sure.
That's all I've got about them.
All right.
Should we take a break?
Let's take a break first.
Yo, we're back.
We're back.
I got my drink refreshed. You didn't get yourself another beer.
Oh, I'm fine. We were just, you didn't offer, so I guess I'll just go it alone. Y'all, we were just...
Didn't stop you from going to my house and getting anything you want.
It's true. We were just rehearsing a little bit our Labor of Love theme song. We're not going to sing it. Just know. Did I say Labor of Love again?
Yes.
I meant to say Love After Lockup.
You're an asshole.
I'm the worst. But that is our Labor of Love. But
you need to get used to saying Love After Lockup.
There's too many L's. They're all loves.
You said that kind of like Darcy. They're all love.
They're all love. I love love. Anyway, let's move to Angela.
I love our brother. He loved love. He loved love.
That was sweet.
It was just so weird. They're talking about their dead brother.
And speaking of Darcy, by the way, y'all come at us. Is Darcy wearing House of 11 sunglasses? Poodle
You
kept
mean Angela?
Is Angela wearing House?
Get
something's wrong
it
with me.
Together.
It's true. I'm a hot mess.
We think Angela's wearing House of 11 sunglasses.
Like Darcy sent her some. I really hope that's the case.
Oh, God. Everything's just like going full circle. You guys, Angela's leaving for Nigeria.
She is.
And her friend Amy is going to take care of her grandkids. Y'all, Amy's salt of the earth Southern woman. She's there. She doesn't take any shit at all.
Today is for Amy.
That's all you know of it, don't you?
Amy, my mom.
I give you the rest of my life
to love you and to keep you, to honor you forever. And I'll be your husband, and you'll be my beautiful
Pardon me, is everybody here? Because of everybody here, I want to thank you all for coming to the wedding. I appreciate you going even more. That's all I'm going to do.
Can you not do the whole thing?
No, I can only do our version.
Y'all. Poodle and I rewrote that in Cabaret for gay marriage, and imagine Jake in a wedding dress with a very ridiculous hat on,
with an actual bride hat on top of it.
It was very. He kept saying it was meta, and I look like a walking cake.
It was ridiculous.
I
was in a wedding dress. You were in a wedding dress.
I was in a wedding dress. But I'm singing that, and the Jake gets a part of me is everybody here, and he kept saying, "I'll get the words at the end. I'll get the words at the end."
And I go butter, and I just blank on the words because it was
than
so hard.
Cooter Brown. And then he made us do that number again
verbatim,
next year,
and I nailed it the
just
second
so
time.
he could do it, even though no one wanted to see that number again.
It's kind of right. My favorite audience reaction is like, they're doing this again. Am I going to have to watch him do some kind of vanity play in front of us?
Yes.
I'm in. I guess I've paid for this. But you know what? The cheers were what I wanted for that.
There's some jeers.
True. That and that Snow Woke, my rap.
That was great.
That's was some of my bravest things. When I did Hamilton.
Yeah.
When I did, what was it? I'm not throwing away my twat.
We're not going to post that.
No.
Disney will come for us. Disney will come for us.
I'm in a very slutty Snow White costume,
and he's telling me that I don't need to fuck a prince. I can just get my own.
You can get your own prince.
You
can be your own prince, girl.
That's what he said. That's what Snow Woke. That's what she said.
We can post that.
I had a casting director that came, and I said, "What did you think of the show?" He's like, "Good. My wife was a little bothered by two gay men singing about twats, but otherwise, it was fun." And I was like, that's fair. That's fair.
Yo, I was just being empathetic.
Well, I think we're learning this, y'all. We're all learning. if you're white, you're learning about Black Lives Matters and recognizing, and as gay
If you're
men,
male, you're learning about women.
and we have learned actually from this. Sometimes Poodle and I will be female impersonating and talk about a woman's body, but we really do that
You
more
mean like vulva?
because women don't get to talk about their body parts, so we're trying
True.
to enact
trying.
that, but we realize we can't fucking do that because we're fucking men.
Right.
So we're learning.
We're learning.
Vulva. Y'all like that one.
I don't
Lisa's
know.
different. She's
There
not a
were
woman.
She's
a monster.
There were people who said you were making fun of women's bodies.
Lisa's a monster.
Yeah. And also, you guys, don't come for those people who say those things. We have thick skin.
Yeah, we're fine.
It is completely... we love to hear all sides of everything because I can just go to the sides that I don't agree with and go, nope, don't see you.
I mean, y'all, you also see some of the shit sometimes we get on an Instagram message.
And I'm just like,
And if it's shit I just don't want to hear, guess what?
But I will say...
But we try to listen.
You need to hear all of it.
We do.
You need to hear all of it. And you need to hear, especially when something bothers somebody.
We talk about everything.
There's a reason why it bothers someone.
Yes.
It may not stop us from saying it, but you have made your voice heard.
Yeah.
So, y'all, if you have a problem,
let us know.
Come at us.
We're open to it.
I love a good dialogue. Some of you have come at us on either Facebook or Instagram or something like that. We're always ready to dialogue.
99% of people contact us and will say very nicely, hey, love you guys.
99%.
Kind of this kind of triggered me, irked me, and we're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, if you and come that way. If you have a more stronger point, that's fine too.
If you say F you, Marys,
you're probably gonna get blocked.
Unless you're a hot shirtless man, then Poodle will try to hate fuck you.
Why do I smell Panda Express?
I do smell Panda Express. What's happening? Angela.
Anyway, where are we?
So I waylaid us with Amy.
You did.
Amy is her ride or die bitch.
And
she's
so
gonna take care of her grandkids while she's gone.
Angela's packing. She's like, I'm so hot. I got so many anxieties.
People
That's
say
such
that.
an Angela thing to say.
People say that like that where I'm from.
It's like, why don't you put that thought in my head?
Yeah.
Why'd you put that in my thought?
Uh-huh. So her mother gave her blessing to go to Nigeria. I mean, kind of.
Well, before she says to her mother, are you wet?
Are you wet? That's not a... It's not a thing where I'm from. Are blessings of parents a thing where you're from?
We might not call it a blessing, but you need approval from your parents.
We need approval, and maybe if sometimes guys, in the case of like guys asking girls to marry, they will get the blessing of the father sometimes.
Yeah.
But I feel like they use that kind of crux a lot on this show of trying just for dramatic effect.
I think you're right, and I think too, you guys, I could guilt my parents into saying yes for anything. That's the kind of thing, and like, I mean, just to use an example, my brother dated a girl for a very long time who my whole family despised.
Really?
Yeah, and we thought he was going to ask her to get married.
Oh God.
We kind of we thought, but we weren't sure.
Mm-hmm.
And my mother said, well, because I can't really say anything because he's going to do whatever he wants.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times, if a parent says no, you shouldn't do this, it's going to make someone even more ready to do that.
Mm-hmm.
In my family.
How did you get rid of her? Because I know what happened. How did your mother do it?
I sat my brother down with some voicemails she left on our answering machine, and said, "This person's a loser. You can do so much better. Think whatever you want to. I have no skin in this game." And my mother let me handle it.
Wow.
Because she knew. And then when I finished it, she's like, "How'd that go?" She orchestrated it, though. She knew.
She made you talk to him?
Yes, she made me talk to him. But I had to go about it in a way of so-and-so is better than this person. so and so was better than the person that you dated with this person, and because it's hard to tell my brother anything.
She was probably good in
But
bed.
finally, it was finally just picking his brain enough to where he broke up with her. She was also crazy. She also had a lot of problems.
Well, I'm glad it didn't work out.
Oh, my sister-in-law is heads above any of the women who he ever dated.
Oh, that's great.
Heads above. They were all losers.
You want to peak when you get married for the first time.
All of them were losers. Like, he really had terrible, terrible taste until my sister-in-law. And my mother's like, okay, I can handle this one. Even though she doesn't. She complains all the time. But, you know, you guys, it's hard. When you have a son, you're going to complain about his wife.
Your brother could marry Mary fucking Poppins.
I know.
And your mother would be like, why she gotta keep singing about sugar?
I'm surprised your mother isn't catty with your sister-in-law.
No, she's not.
Yeah.
No, she's a little more hands off.
Good. That's the way to be.
Sometimes.
Anyway, so y'all, basically Angela's like saying, do you want me to get married? And do you want to go with me? And her mom's like, out. Bye.
Bye. I loved that.
That's what I tell you when to get out of my house.
Yeah, he'll say, get out of my house. Y'all, Angela is just driving to the airport smoking, sipping on a McDonald's. I know it's probably a Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, she fills it up. She refills it too.
Y'all, here's just what I want to talk about. This is what we call Southern ingenuity. Angela she should patent her own line of bras that hold all your things. Because she's got one side of her bra has a hook for her pocketbook on it, and then she sticks up her phone and she whopper jaws it in there.
She whopper jaws it.
So that way her phone's kind of up by her ear so she can hear. Because she's driving a Lexus that you know probably can. And good for Angela for getting a Lexus.
I think it's leased, but that's okay. Anyway, I just realized we have 4 more couples to do.
Yeah.
Because I misspoke. Anyway, there's not a lot that happened on this, you guys. Angela's hot and sweaty. She arrives in Nigeria. She can't wait to be in his arms. And then they do meet, and he's like, I'm so happy she's here. And she's like, no, he's just horny. Ha! Eh! And then she makes Michael laugh, you guys. And we spoke of this, or I said this. This is one of the couples that I really root for.
I know.
Even though she's abusive.
And she's going to be pretty abusive
honestly,
next episode.
With other people on this show like Kalani and Asuelu,
Jesus, boy,
Karini and Paul. Who are you going to hope for? Colt?
Yeah, like Jihoon. He's going to get it. I love him, but he's going to get it together.
Yeah,
at least like they're trying.
They're trying.
Anyway, y'all,
and Libby and Andre, you guys, we're going to talk about them obviously later. Everything they're fine. Everything you're seeing is for the camera. We're going to talk about that later.
We're hearing the music.
Exactly.
So they go, I thought this was going to go, because we've been doing this a lot in The Other Way in our Gatreon episodes, because we're doing The Other Way season 1 right now of them seeing apartments people picked out for them. And it's not going well. And
Sissy Christina, who does our editing, says it's tonnage, it's home.
Oh, I'm blanking. So we'll preface it. So, y'all, we just watched the episode where Paul and Karini are going to look at houses in Tonachines.
House hunters.
And she calls it House Hunters.
House Hunters Tonachines edition.
She literally put it on our thing, House Hunters Tonachines. And
I laid an egg like Jenny.
We fell out. And it is just like House Hunters. So anyway, doesn't go well. But in this apartment, Michael did good.
This is a nice apartment. It's much nicer than the apartment Binyam chose for Ari. The less said about that one, the better.
We got to watch her tomorrow.
God, I hate her.
It's not great.
And then it's much nicer than the other apartment. I think it's nicer than the one that Sumit chose for Jenny.
The second one,
yeah,
the one that has the cow in it.
But this is a nice apartment, you guys. She's impressed. However, the mattresses are hard. This is a thing, guys. I know it's this way. I've never really been to Africa, but in Europe, especially Eastern Europe, the mattresses are all hard. That's just
now.
things.
When you say hard, like hard is like a wood block hard, like
yes,
really
very hard. In China, the mattresses were so hard.
Which I've heard. A lot of people say sleeping on a harder mattress is better for you.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Is that true, or is that a what?
That's what people say.
Come
I don't
at
know.
us if you're a back doctor. I don't know what that's called. A spine doctor.
I have to say, we said a long time ago, come at us if you're a coal miner. A coal miner, a Canadian coal miner sissy came the fuck at me.
When?
Said, I've been a coal miner for 8 years in Canada.
Oh,
and
my
I
God.
love you guys.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And I'm proud to be a coal miner's
literally,
daughter.
I said, come at us if you're a coal miner. And she was. She is.
Coal
in Canada.
Y'all, Sissy, if you're listening out there, we hope we're keeping you company while you're down there mining coal. That's a hard job.
Hopefully the Canary's still okay.
Hopefully,
I don't think they have those anymore.
What'd I do with my phone?
It's right behind you.
Where? Oh,
I have
there
a
it is.
feeling coal mining is probably a lot more technological since the Canary.
Oh.
Anyway, y'all. So where were we? So the little apartment's really nice, you guys, until Angela freaks the fuck out and there's a rat.
I would too. This was all warranted.
She
I
loses
thought it
her
was fake
mind.
at first, like
and
he did as a joke.
It kind of looked like Rose's rat from
Yes, that Muppet rap from in the Philippines.
It's a living.
It's a living.
Anyway, so he picks it up, y'all, and then chases her with it, which was hilarious. She lost her mind.
That's what I love. That we guffawed at that.
Yeah, I love when he can make her laugh, and when
they
she
laugh
does
a lot.
something,
More than many couples.
they laugh a lot.
I think they're going to be together if they make it, and
Yeah.
he moves to America like he wants. I think he will be with her until she dies.
And I will tell you,
'Cause she's gonna
there
go
are a couple
first.
other 90-day couples who laugh a lot. Ji-hoon and Devin laugh a lot because of
They
Ji-hoon.
do,
yeah,
but
so,
yeah,
but
they
they're-
also
they're
live in
those problems.
Yeah.
And who else was I just thinking about who laughs a lot? David and Annie.
Yeah.
But like they can make it work by laughing.
Anna and Marcel. Oh wait, no, we laugh a lot at them. We laugh
I
at
think
them.
they kind of do.
They do kind of laugh.
Oh, I hope she never listens
Oh
to the
God.
podcast.
Y'all, she's got great honey though. Get that honey.
Someone
That cinnamon honey is so good. I put it on a buttermilk biscuit like a week ago, and I mean, it
Y'all,
made my asshole
she's
twitch.
She's gonna listen to the podcast and burst into tears when I come up with voices for her moles.
If y'all tell her that you heard on a podcast,
you heard it on 90 Day Cray Cray. Although
Cray.
I think Kyle and Kim probably went in on her
that's true.
too.
You know what? That also reminds me. Y'all.
What's a nice podcast you can listen for 90 Day? Where they don't go in on them? What's a nice one? Fraud it. Wait, no.
No. No.
Kim, no. Y'all, we're all pretty awful.
I don't think. Yeah, we're all pretty awful.
We're all pretty savage.
By the way, that's a good segue, Poodle. I just want to remind people while we're talking about this. I'm looking up because I want to get it right. Y'all know that I used to do AfterBuzz a lot, and one of my good friends is Linda Antwi. We used to do, and she hosts the show on AfterBuzz.
Oh yeah,
Well,
Linda.
they are breaking for the summer, and so because
AfterBuzz,
they do a lot more news and stuff like that. So they're starting their own. There it is, their own podcast.
It's a new 90 Day podcast.
It's
y'all.
called 90 Day the Melanated Way. I fucking love that name.
Because I assume they're two black
They're
women.
two black women, which Poodle and I feel like when Linda told me this, I said, these voices need to be heard in this conversation.
We haven't had that, you guys.
We haven't had that, and especially, like, I'm really excited to hear what they think about Brittany in the new season, and even what they think about Ari. I think they're going to have...
Yeah. Oh, they're going to have opinions there.
You can follow their Instagram. I'll put it in the show notes. It's 90 Day the Melanated Way on Instagram, and they're going to they're going to be public and free, but they're going to be all through Patreon.
Yep. Have us on their show.
Yeah, we're gonna do a crossover with them, but they're gonna have their episodes are gonna jump out on Wednesday, and also
that's great
it's
to know.
Linda and Ashley, and they get news. Like Linda researches this shit.
Oh, good for her.
The shit she told me.
We're not an info show, y'all.
Y'all, she told me, I don't think she'll mind saying, she told me that last, remember that Darcy interview where she was drunk with Entertainment Tonight? She told me they had to put Darcy in the, because she was there. They got invited to that event. And she
How
said,
did they get invited to these events?
They knew not to call us. And she said they had to put Darcy in the bathroom for an hour to sober up before that interview. Anyway, y'all, we're really excited to them, and please welcome them. Follow them on Instagram.
90 Day The Melanated Way.
And you can find them. They will be on Patreon. Again, I think the way they're doing, like, they're having 3 episodes a week. 2 are free, and 1 is like $5 tier.
How do you spell melanated?
M-E-L-A, melanated.
I was putting you on the spot.
M-E-L-A-N-A-T-E-D.
Google will finish it for you.
It's already in it's in the show notes.
Anyway, you guys, so he puts the fake rat outside, and she says, "Pick it up and holler when you're done."
I'm an American woman. I don't take care of rats, which I'm like, that's bullshit, because I know a lot of men who won't do it, and the women got to do it.
Yep. So next is, shall we just jump into Tania and Sinjin?
Boy.
Okay.
This took a turn.
I've got to say, I'm furious.
I think I'm mad for the same reason.
I'm furious. I'm boiling inside.
I think I am too.
Because anytime they can get me to feel Team Tania, it's not a good time. I'm furious.
And also, we were watching this, and Poodle even said, "She's gorgeous." And I said,
"She's gorgeous.
She's
really a very beautiful person.
She does her makeup so well." I can't believe we're saying any of this.
They're dressing her really well. Or maybe
she looks
she's
great.
deciding.
She's always been a beautiful woman.
There's no repeat of the pink shirt.
I'm actually.
She might have gotten a bad edit on the last show.
Also,
I still hate her. Let it be known. I still hate her.
Well, you know what? Actually, Linda Antwi from the Melanated Way, because we were talking about it.
Still hate her.
She said, I said, who knew that she was great? And she went, because I love Linda, because she kind of calls it like it's real. Yeah. She said, please, she saw herself on that first season and knew she needed to change her shit.
That's true.
So that could be
she
it, too.
Was off, y'all, if you haven't seen Tania's first season,
Woo!
Do yourself a favor. Because if you need to get out some hate in your life, Tania's there for you.
That's our first season. You can go back all the way. Because we're almost
she's so awful.
Almost a year ago.
Oh, Tania. Oh.
But
anyway,
you know what? I will say,
Tania made me a Tania sympathizer.
We did say we loved Sinjin. We wanted to have sex with him, but we did say last year that Sinjin is a big kid, and we worried that he would never want to settle down.
We did say that, and that worry had some
has
payoff
come
to
to
it.
Pass.
Yes. So,
but first, y'all, she's with our favorite best friend,
her ride or die, y'all, who sat down on that cum bed.
Sat down on that cum bed because she was tired in New York, a.k.a. Monique. Everybody.
They are getting
who looks beautiful as well.
They're getting manicures, and so she's concerned about Sinjin's drinking, and maybe you shouldn't be talking about this concern while you're both drinking champagne. It does take some of the weight of the argument out.
I guess.
Yeah.
But it's the same if your relationship with alcohol is fine. But I get it.
It's just being taped while you're talking about.
It's true.
I'm not saying you guys. I'm not saying that if you're with someone who's an addict,
but while you're taping it, people are watching.
Yeah, you may.
I get that.
It may not be the best outlook.
I get that.
I mean, it might not be the best optics for you to be. For you to say, maybe I'll have some ginger ale.
It's interesting how it is switched. So basically, Monique is saying. And Monique, what I like about Monique, I really like Monique, because she says she's hearing Tania talk about how, we were drinking and partying and we were young and it was fine, but now it's happening more. And then Monique says in her testimonial, look, he has to be stressed because they got married and now she knows how high maintenance Tania is, and now he's waiting on her hand and foot and trying to look for a job like everything is on him.
Yeah, and Monique says, your for better or for worse, your for worse is happening right now.
I don't think this is the worst with Tania.
I agree.
And
honestly, this is the worst kind of problem they could have, you guys. So yeah, Sinjin's probably drinking more than he should. Is it the time to talk about his drinking problem and the fact that he hasn't found a job yet? Maybe not. Maybe address these problems one at a time.
Well, and Monique makes a great point. She says, perhaps they jumped into all of this too early.
And Tania's like, oh, really?
Because that's the deal, y'all. I've been in a relationship where the other person does not have a job, and thank God it did not happen in the beginning of our relationship, because it's a stressful thing to go through.
Yeah, and to be honest, it is a stressful thing to go through, but
when you don't have that history of knowing we have some time together, we know one another, I know how you act, and
yeah, it's true.
It's not going to go good.
So anyway, she says, your patience is being tested, girl.
She does. She said, she even put a in there.
So you guys, we're at Tony D's Ristorante.
I want to go to Tony D's. Doesn't that look
like
nice?
A good mom and pop place.
Yeah.
So
there. By the way, there's no Tony there anymore, and there's no D's.
No.
But it's still called Tony.
It's owned by a woman named Sharon.
Yes.
And their waiter comes up, who I called Greg. And Greg, y'all, is just doing his best to buy himself a cheap little Honda Celica. He's had his eye, because, his girlfriend loves to go out.
They stopped making the Honda Celica. First of all, they stopped making that.
He still loves it,
First
though.
of all, it's a Toyota Celica.
Oh, it is a Toyota Celica.
And they stopped making those like 14 years ago.
You know what? That didn't stop Greg from loving them. Didn't stop him.
You know what? It's a car that has a Honda logo on it instead of the Toyota. So it is a Honda Celica.
It's the car I've always dreamed of.
That's what I wanted when I was a teenager, a Toyota Celica.
That's gay.
What?
That you wanted a Toyota Celica. A sedan.
Oh, my brother's friend Amber Guy had one, and I wanted it so bad.
That's
it was
a
cherry
girl.
apple red. Yeah, that was her friend. Her name's Amber Guy.
His friend.
That's what I said.
Anyway, I find it hard to believe your brother had female friends. I feel like he screwed them all.
No.
Really?
No, because my brother was funny, like Tracy Speaks, who was Patty Simcox in Grease, like I talked about. She stole the show.
Talk about your production.
Stole the show of Grease. Her, and then Duty was the best singer. Duty was me.
Yeah.
But
why have I heard that story 11 times?
He had a lot of friends that we knew from like growing up and playing t-ball with that knew my brother was a womanizer, and so they said, Brian, you're funny, but I'll never sleep with you because you're just a womanizer. Well, he was. He's not anymore. He's a good guy.
So anyway,
great dad.
So Sinjin basically says, and Tania says, I just have to tell you that you've struggled to find a balance between drinking and making a life, and I'm just tired. And I honestly can't disagree with her.
Tania's been doing a lot, and for her.
Not really. She's been up.
But I mean,
she's got a boot on.
But she's had a lot of stress because I think are they married? Is she still is financially responsible for him, right?
Yes.
So.
But he has a work permit now.
But she still, though, is responsible for him, right?
But he hasn't found a job yet.
He hasn't found a job.
Which is stressful.
And, poor Sinjin, he really is South African Corey Haim. He looks like Corey Haim. Or is it, no, who was the one who was molested?
Corey
they
Haim.
Both were. Who's the one who's still alive?
This is getting into a weird area.
Who's the one who's still alive?
Corey Feldman.
He looks like Corey Feldman.
He does kind of look like Corey Feldman.
He looks like South African Corey Feldman.
Who's the one who was molested?
Corey Haim.
Who's the one who's still alive?
Elizabeth.
Who's the one who didn't kill himself for drugs?
Y'all, Someone
Who's Elizabeth Smart?
One of you went
Elizabeth
on
Banks.
Elizabeth Banks, who's the host of Pressure Luck. You went on her motherfucking Instagram and tagged us, and then put hashtag Elizabeth Smart, and I
Mad
died.
respect.
I
Mad
died.
respect. Which was that the other way? Was that last week's the other way when we did that?
Maybe.
Y'all, this bitch confused Elizabeth Banks and Elizabeth Smart.
But Corey does look like Corey Feldman. He looks like a South African Corey Feldman.
St. John looks like Corey
St. John looks like. And what he basically says to her, he says that
I came to the U.S. for you, and I didn't know I was going to have to make my life here.
Which, that statement is shocking to me.
I agree.
Unless
and
Tania didn't talk to him about it. And
I
we missed
agree,
it.
and I don't think that any of us, last time we saw them, thought that St. John wasn't certain he was coming to the U.S. to live for good.
Because you're coming to the U.S. and you're getting married.
Again,
Like, what did you think marriage is?
I'm really upset. I'm Team Tania in this. I can't tell you how torn I am. I'm torn like Natalie Imbruglia, like
I'm already bare.
like when that song was like number one.
How I feel.
Oh, I'm so torn.
Cold on AM train. Lying naked on the floor. Illusion never changed into something real. I'm wide awake and I can feel the perfect sky is torn. You're a little late. I'm already torn. That song doesn't really end well. She just kind of goes, torn.
She's
and then it
torn.
fades
How can
out.
it end?
Well, that makes sense now. That makes sense.
Where were we?
Where were? Anyway, y'all, he's like, I've been thinking about a lot of this as well. He's like, it was your idea to come to America. And then he says, I just want enough money to buy a house and chill there.
Yeah.
And this is where we get St. John's lack of reality.
Yeah. And he
that
said-
he doesn't realize to buy a house, especially in the United States, you at least need $100,000 to buy a decent home.
I think it's easier in South Africa. So maybe that's where he's thinking. Maybe, I don't know.
He is, boy.
So he even says America's not a good place to raise kids. And she goes,
Okay.
I came out okay. Jury's still out.
That made us, and we're not talking about all of South Africa, but we're just saying in season 1 of Toe that
The
we're
part
doing,
that we've seen with
Ronald and Tiffany, it's not great.
No.
Not great.
As Daniel says, there's trash everywhere and people are walking around.
Or as they're driving in the car, he says, have you heard of human trafficking, my boy? Literally, I'm not kidding, y'all.
They steal little boys like you.
We're having y'all, if you're on our Gatreon, I have to say, a lot of you aren't on the 15 yards here, but we're getting more and more of you. And y'all are really enjoying those edits Christina does and our reactions to some of it. Because we literally are watching this shit for the first time, and it is new to us. And
Watch Tiffany marry Ronald a day out of rehab.
it was, but then she was so pretty, and then we got emotional. You got teary.
I got emotional.
It was a beautiful wedding.
Anyway, so basically we have St. John, you guys, throws back the idea of, I'm really confused because you're talking about I'm not even your soulmate. Which,
boy, this was never resolved.
You can tell that was never resolved. She loses it because she's like, I thought we've been through that.
Well, here's the deal. When Tania says, I think we've been through that, I bet you from what we've seen, this is what happens. St. John brings something up that he's upset about.
Yeah.
He and Tania begin to talk about it. Tania goes into a total shame spiral.
Yep, that's true.
And not belittles him, but beats him down so much, and of him trying to see her point, that he eventually just throws his hands in the air and says,
agree.
forget it. And I feel like for St. John, nothing is resolved.
I agree.
All underneath.
You
can look at the clock, but it's going to be a long show. What's wrong?
I have to pee.
Oh, well, you should have just said
All
that.
right, we're taking a break. Are we done with these two?
I'm getting another beer.
Are we done with...
Are we done? We're not. Let's finish them up, and then you can go pee.
Anyway, she's...
Because that makes Tania... She starts crying, and he's just...
And she even says, I'm confused.
Yes.
I'm just confused at that. I
She's
don't
like,
know.
we're married.
I don't know how committed you are. And that confuses me.
And waffling on commitment after you're married.
Honestly, I've got to give
makes sense.
this. I want to throw myself out a window. I got to give Tania props here because Tania doesn't strike out and say something awful.
She listens.
Like Paul or Karini would and says, I'm confused. How you would say that she's using her words carefully because she's had so much therapy.
But this is an important thing, y'all. In the type, if you have ever wondered, a lot of the type of therapy that I do, it's narrative therapy, and we use a lot. It sounds dumb to sometimes some people at first, but we ask if somebody
It's
says,
not dumb.
Well, no, if we ask somebody, they say I want to be happy. I ask them because you do this a lot.
Yeah. Why do you think you're not happy?
No, I ask them what is
happy to
your
you?
definition of happy, and a lot of people don't do that in relationships because we find out what St. John's meaning of freedom is.
Oh,
And-
yes, y'all.
Poodle, would you like
This
to say
is-
his meaning of freedom?
Yes, it is. The meaning of my freedom is how quickly I can pack up my shit and leave.
That's
mine. Just grab my cock ring and my lube, my play blanket.
And as the convertible
I'm
drives,
outta there.
drives off, we see in the license plate Piano Cat 77.
Oh, I'll miss him and I won't forget him.
That's only because you haven't taken antibiotic yet.
And then strangely, Fine Young Cannibals Drives Me Crazy played as it goes off. She drives me crazy. Woo! Woo! But it just focuses on the license plate. This is Piano Cat 77.
Anyway, y'all,
Oh,
that is a huge red flag. The fact that he says this is not good. This shows that he's not even 1 foot in this.
I'm so frustrated that I'm Team Tania. You guys have no idea.
He's
I'm
fucking her
dying
over.
inside.
He's fucking her over.
He is. And I really, really fucking hate him right now. Oh,
it's not good.
We were totally Team St. John.
I think they're going to break up.
I agree.
I think they are.
If they make it work, I'll be very shocked.
But the thing that makes Poodle happiest about this, now that he doesn't want to be tied down, Poodle's like, oh, I could totally get him drunk and suck his dick.
Exactly. And I would.
The shit he says while we watch this.
He's got a thick dick, y'all.
Well, on that note, y'all, we're going to go let
Our
Poodle
second
pee.
break.
We'll be right back.
Okay, y'all. We're going to move on to Kalani and Asuelu, or as I would rather call it, the night where my soul died.
That sounds happier than this.
This segment, you guys, is dark. I just don't think they have a future. Is that? I'm going to bring up something. Could Asuelu be literally clinically depressed?
Yes.
Because I think that might be what's happening. They need to take him to an actual doctor.
Something is going on with him, and he's
this is clinical depression, you guys.
It's probably he's not someone who talks about his emotions anyway, and so you'd have to talk to. But I would be interested to be like, I bet he's probably sleeping a lot. I bet it's hard for him to get up.
Definitely.
Is he eating? I bet those kind of things of depression are probably working towards him.
I think it's clinical depression. Like textbook. The more I watch this.
Possibly, yeah. Yeah, I think so too.
But I did write, the only high note of this was, I went, that French toast looks good. This bitch loves French toast.
And I stopped.
Loves French toast.
Give me a French toast with some challah bread. Oh my God.
So good.
Oh.
Anyway, y'all, I've had problems with Kalani a little bit, but I'm all in for Team Kalani now.
I kind of am.
She's
Not
trying to
kinda,
make
I am
it.
too.
She's trying to make it work.
I
with
think
this.
she is at least from what we see,
God.
I think she's a fucking fantastic mom, and she's trying her best.
And y'all, when she said, I'm just trying to make sure my son has the best birthday weekend.
It was really sweet. I do want her to cut her hair. Her hair is too long for me.
I know.
It's pretty, but it's just too much.
We find out, you
just want some
guys,
layers.
that when we last left our couple in love, he was on a bus. We didn't know.
On a bus.
But apparently
to nowhere.
We're on the road to nowhere. Just take that ride. David Byrne.
It's a remix.
Or I think it's Talking Heads. Yeah. Anyway.
But here's the deal. This is where, so like, you're like, oh no, Asuelu's depressed. I feel sorry for him. But then you see.
I'm not saying that.
No. I'm saying like, that's kind of your problem. Like, oh no, let me help him. And then you see that Kalani contacted him and he sent her three fake locations to go get him to drive around. And then you're like, okay, this is almost not sinister, but
I think he has a lot of rage towards her, because I
think he has a lot of rage.
Yeah.
Period. But not. I think he has a rage for who he is in life.
Yeah.
His station in life,
and he
can direct it at her.
And he thinks, as the man of the house, he should be earning money. He should be doing this. And in America, it just hasn't panned out for him.
I hope Asuelu's not on Instagram. That would be terrible. That would not be good for him.
Why? Because people coming at him?
I just don't think he would understand.
I also feel like we said before, you guys, yes, it's a male-dominated country. People have come at us saying, Asuelu's just a simple person. There may be something there, intellectual, we don't know.
That's true. My God, he has 250,000 followers.
Of course he does.
He's on Cameo.
Yeah, you don't want to see what those look like. Maybe they're good. I don't know.
There was pictures of them kissing in like May. Oh no, that was
supposedly they don't follow each other anymore on Instagram. Kalani and Asuelu.
Oh, he only shows like old pictures, so maybe not.
Supposedly, someone said they don't follow each other anymore.
Wow.
Yeah, who knows? Anyway, so he does come back, you guys. And she even says, I don't want Oliver to be punished for your actions.
But you didn't say he comes back and he goes back into the bedroom and just is playing video games all day.
Yeah.
But yeah, she says, I don't want Oliver to be punished. Because here's the deal, y'all. I remember before my parents got divorced, they were fighting. My brother and I knew they were fighting. For our events in life, they both stepped up and made the effort to be there and put on a brave face. Oh, yeah. So it's a little, and it's harder to even do when your kids are older and they know what's going on.
Yeah.
The fact that he couldn't do this for a 2-year-old child who doesn't know.
That's pretty self-involved.
It's pretty self-involved.
Yeah. He's a man baby. And I think that's one of the worst things you can do, to put yourself above your kid. Yeah, especially your 2-year-old for a birthday.
I mean, we need a priority, like your self-care priorities. You should be in before your child. So, but in the context you're talking about,
all you have to do is show up.
But what you're talking about, yes, you should always put yourself before your kid when it comes to things like this.
Yeah, but all he had to do was come out of his room.
No, I mean, you should put your kid before yourself.
Okay.
God, I can't talk.
Yeah, you're not allowed to drink more beer.
Someone should give you more money just for putting up with me.
You mean the fact that I correct every sentence you say?
Mm-hmm.
I will say, someone who came at me on Twitter and said, the speed at which Poodle corrects Maddie for something is something I respect.
Well,
I really do respect
20 years of friendship.
Yeah, that's true.
Right?
Well, I now know how to translate you.
Well, it's like our mutual friend Allie says, you do have to learn to speak Maddie.
Yeah, it's not really fun.
It's difficult language to master,
and it doesn't pay off. Anyway, so then we have Papa Kalani, y'all, who's talking like Charles Bronson, or
y'all.
I'm gonna tell him.
I don't know why he doesn't have a toothpick in his mouth the whole time, just chewing on it.
And he's like,
I need to
we need to say something with my fist.
discipline this boy.
And at one point, he's like, I'll do my best not to yell at him and punch him in the face and make him a human sock puppet. Just so you're wondering, making someone a human sock puppet is shoving your fist up someone's ass and talking for them.
Yep.
Just so we're clear. Anyway,
I told Poodle it's probably good this is being filmed. Otherwise, this would get violent probably much quicker.
Yeah, and I will be honest. I thought Papa Kalani was a little hard in the beginning. He is completely merited now.
He is.
Yeah, this is bad, you guys. This is a bad domestic situation.
You know what?
They're in.
I'm a little.
This is very unhealthy for everybody.
I would worry about Asuelu being alone with my children.
Okay.
He's got so much rage.
Oh, so you think
and
there
would
be
a young baby? I would worry with shaking baby, or I would worry about that.
I'm afraid he's going to hit her.
I am too.
When he says, they showed again, you guys, when he went lying bitch in the car, and I never had my dad call my mother things like that, or I've heard my father say rough things to my mom, but like there's something about hearing people tear each other apart like that triggers me so badly. Like I can't hear your fucking voice. It's so annoying right now. And there's something about him doing it that's so cold and distant. That's why I'm thinking, is it depression? Is it something?
Well, I don't think that's what's making him cold. I think the cold and distance is a little bit of is more of a personality defect.
Yeah, maybe.
But his lack of wanting to do anything, possibly.
Yeah.
Because it is almost. I would be interested to see him go home because he acts like going home would solve everything. And I bet if
he wants to get away from her family.
But no. I bet if he went home to visit his family, he would still realize, and they would still remind him that he's a fuck up.
Oh, you mean in Samoa?
They would ask for money. Why aren't you sending us money?
Right.
Like we already have seen. Like I don't think he wants to run away from the problem.
I think he would get back, in Andre terms, he would get back some way of the patriarchy that he feels like he doesn't have. That's why he wants to go to Samoa.
Maybe, but I don't think it would feel as good as he thought it would be.
I agree. But I'm saying that's what he feels like he's missing.
Yeah.
What everything he was promised.
And the deal is, y'all, feelings are never... The feelings that you want to gain from experience, you can gain from yourself.
Totally.
It's not... Yeah.
Anyway, y'all, he's playing video games, and Kalani's sister Kalini shows up. Very much like Tiana and Tania.
I would be confused. But I will say, these girls, they're women.
They're gorgeous.
These women are gorgeous.
Yeah.
They're beautiful.
Like
both of them.
we have a problem with how long Kalani's hair is. That's pretty much the only problem we have with her.
Just like a little layers. Just a little layers.
Yeah. Anyway,
you know why? Because it's thick, but it's fine hair.
We don't care.
And it looks kind of flat to her head. She had some layers. It just has a little more vibe. Okay.
Okay, enough. Thank you for your opinion, though. Anyway, so they're getting ready for the party, and Asuelo's just in the bedroom pouting, playing video games, and Kalani's friend Izzy says, that's not cool that he's just pouting and not helping.
So if your father, because let's be honest, it would never be your mother. If you were having a birthday party and your father didn't want to come out because you and your mom were fighting, would your mother tell them that they were fighting and that's why your father wasn't there?
No, that would be a breach because you have to act like everything's okay.
My mother would lie and say my father was working or that he was not feeling well.
That's very Southern. Yeah.
Yeah, she never would have said.
And I think maybe they're that good of friends, but...
She wouldn't have said that in front of them. She might have taken her friend to the side, but not in front of the party.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm not saying it's wrong of her to do. I was just like, whoa.
I was
People would not do that where we're from.
No, because you have to maintain appearances. I agree.
So here's the deal. And I'm actually glad that she could say it. I'm not judging her. Because where we're from, if my mother said that, Then 2 weeks later, everybody in town is talking that Chelsea and Bonnie are going to get divorced because they're fighting now.
Right. I think too. He basically she tries to get him to come out again, and he's like, "I'll go when I want." Just awful, you guys.
Awful.
His verbal abuse to her
it's verbally
is
abusive.
awful.
And
people have a hard time with how Andre talks to Elizabeth. This is worse.
Andre and Elizabeth, it's not abuse.
Yeah, they're
it's all consensual.
And I honestly feel like everything they do is for the camera.
Yes, they're.
Yeah.
Because in this episode, she's the one that stoked him. She started it.
Yep. We're going to talk about that. Anyway, so Papa Kalani, y'all, says, "Can I talk to you for a minute?" Can I talk to you for a minute?
Actually, he's like, "Can I talk to you for a minute, boy?"
Why don't you go spend some time with your son?
Son.
Because it's your son's birthday.
It needs to be about him, boy.
And it needs to be about him, boy. Kind of reminds me of Pap from Big River. Government.
Yeah. Well, you dadgum government, you sorry sucking soul. You got your damn hands in every pocket of my hole. Well, you dadgum government. Oh, woohoo.
Come at us if you know government.
Let me finish it. Whoa, don't you know? Whoa, don't you love them sometime? They did, that role was played by John Goodman. How interesting you were singing Big River. I was just singing it yesterday in my car.
Right.
I love that show. They did that in Ardmore Little Theater.
Uh-huh.
And my dad came out of that show saying, "Well, that government song's the best goddamn thing I've ever seen in my life." Because his buddy sang it. Was a plumbing hand sang the song.
Wow.
His name was Gerald, and he's like, Gerald done eat that song up. Eat it up.
I just want everybody to know that in the musical, the it's not government. It is GUV apostrophe MENT.
Emmy. By the way,
Government.
For context, Big River is about Huckleberry Finn. And so this is a song sang by his kind of deadbeat dad.
Yeah, deadbeat dad.
Deadbeat dad.
I love it that was your father's favorite character, who's supposed to basically the villain.
Who's the villain and tries to kill the black man in the show. My dad didn't get that part. He just liked talking about not paying taxes. John Goodman was really great in that show, I have to say, though.
So anyway,
God bless John Goodman.
Papa Kalani says, if this was some more, my hands would be speaking for me. But right now, I'm going to let you do it. And she's like, otherwise it'd be straight ass whooping.
All right. Doesn't mince words.
That's not like a gay porn, which I've seen called gay ass whooping.
Gay ass whooping. That is different.
That's classic on my hard drive.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Very different.
Mm-hmm.
Very different.
He has a CD-ROM of it.
I go.
Y'all, everything Poodle has learned about technology came from a necessity of porn.
That was like, how
That's
they
how
say,
he learned everything.
How they say war breeds technology. For me, it's porn. Porn has taught me everything I needed to know about technology.
Actually, that is proven. Like, porn is always on the
forefront. I get it.
The forefront of a technology.
Anyway, so y'all, he's still Eeyore. He comes out to the party. Sister sees through it all. She's like, yeah, Asuelo's just being Asuelo, the drama queen.
And Kalani wants an apology. Y'all, I will say this. She deserved an apology, but do yourself a favor, and it's not a pass on people, but don't expect things from people
you're never gonna get
that are not expected,
who don't have the emotional kind of capital to share things with you.
Like she knows. Like if I talked to Kalani, spent 5 minutes, and said, "Down deep, do you really think he does?"
Because he doesn't think he's done anything wrong.
Does the evidence show he's going to apologize? No, but it's the hope versus the reality.
Yeah.
And it's just making her more disappointed. It's heartbreaking.
Can you imagine all the discussions that her mom and the sister have about her? that they want to intervene so badly.
And
because I feel like the family cares about her.
Oh, yeah, they're very close family.
They barely tolerate him.
It's because they want him out, but because they have kids.
I also want to point out Asuelu is wearing a Gravedigger shirt, and that's a big monster truck. He's like, Gravedigger!
Well, that's the theme of the birthday party.
Oh, really?
It was a monster truck birthday party.
That makes
but
sense.
It was
Gravedigger!
But it was a signed T-shirt as well.
Oh, by the truck?
The driver, yeah. It's called Monster Jam now, and I know this because my friend Ali Kona used to be a host for that.
Yeah, who cares?
Well, you bring up things.
Shall we go on to Andre and Libby?
God, this show's long.
Again, y'all, these two are pros at triggering the other.
Meaning that,
this is like fucking the honeymooners.
Yeah, it is.
That's the best thing I can talk about it as.
They're getting ready in the morning. They're in Moldova. And Elizabeth, or Andre's mom, is setting up the breakfast. And Elizabeth just immediately says, does your mom do this every morning?
And she knows what the answer's going to be.
And she said, yes, but usually for company, she makes it nicer. And she's like, wow, but doesn't this make her tired? So immediately she goes into, there's something wrong with his culture.
Yep.
His cult, like
these are, and just the way she says it, you guys, is a problem.
She's egging him on.
She's egging him on. She knows he's going to respond this way. We know he's going to respond in the fact that Americans are lazy, blah, blah, blah.
Like, they're both...
He's an asshole. She's an asshole.
They're both gross, and they both get off on this and hate fuck one another.
Exactly.
Amen. That is
and
their
they have
relationship.
Great sex.
They have great sex, and they have great sex, hate fucking one. They're like Tom... Or no, they're... Wait, is it Tom and Diane? No.
Sam and Diane.
Sam and Diane from Cheers.
I think their relationship outside the cameras, you guys, or away from the cameras, is pretty great. They kind of complete each other.
I think they do.
Yeah.
I think they're great for each other, and I think they're horrible for one another.
Except when her family gets involved, because the family is the one who makes him feel inadequate.
Yes. I bet they're probably also, they don't do well when they're around others. There's some people that are good in relationships.
They have to perform.
And they have to perform.
Yep. I agree. Anyway, guys, so...
Show their ass, as Grandma Hazel said. They have to show their ass in public.
So I kept writing down, they're both jokes. They're both jerks. And he even says, like, over here, you listen double. So, yes, he's being extra assholey. Because he can be, because everyone thinks it's funny. And he's doing it also because it winds her the fuck up.
And she instigated the one.
Loves it.
And yes.
Yeah.
So
everyone who says he's an asshole and she's a saint, or
she is not a victim. She's not a saint.
This. And so
in actuality, yeah.
Most people who says I don't like either of them. But honestly, I think we don't even know who the real Elizabeth and Andre are.
I think so too.
They are actors.
They are. I mean, she legitimately is an actor.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
I think we're seeing the show. This is one of the most produced versions of what we will see.
Yes. And like, do we want to go to dinner with either of them? No.
No. I want to have sex with him though.
But Andre, we want to fuck. Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so...
Because God, his nose is
so
perfect.
Hot. So basically, she is the breadwinner, and that bothers him to a cellular level, I'm sure.
It doesn't, though. Like, it bothers him, but his way... Yes, you're right. It bothers him, but instead of saying that bothers me, he actually acts like... He enjoys
overcompensates it,
and he twirls it into her like you're supporting me.
He has to act
now.
like it doesn't bother her.
Digs.
Bother him, yeah. And if they were just to sit down and talk about their actual feelings instead of being characters,
that's vulnerability.
Yeah. Thank you, Brene Brown.
But that is the crux of all of this. Neither of them can be vulnerable.
You know what? That is definitely the crux of who they are.
They cannot be vulnerable.
Neither of them are vulnerable.
They cannot.
Y'all,
anyway, listen to Unlocking Us with Brene Brown.
It's a great podcast.
She does great commercials. I want some fucking parachute sheets. When she said I'm a hot sleeper, I said, me too.
I am a hot sleeper. I sweat through my sheets every night, and I'm not even fucking.
Yo, if you have some parachute sheets, let us know.
We'll do commercials for them.
Yeah, come at us,
I'll
parachute.
say anything you want me to.
Yeah.
Honestly, I have no shame.
Is our Wine It commercial running this week?
You mean the Bright Cellars? I think it is.
That shit is good.
We shouldn't be talking about commercials we're running when we're not doing commercials.
Sorry, I'm drinking.
You're an asshole. Anyway, so basically we
should do a commercial for a dildo company because you need to get fucked.
I want a fuck machine.
Yeah, fuckmachine.net. Contact us.
When I first bought Fuck Machine, I didn't think it would really accomplish my needs. But then I was laying back and all of a sudden my eyes started fluttering.
Poodle was a real bitch for 5 months. And then he got Fuck Machine. And then he was not nice, but tolerable.
And it's just like a gloved hand going, goo, 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 goo.
It's true.
Anyway, so they're going out to see his friends, Vadim, something, and Marcel. I couldn't even pay attention. So
there's one cute one.
And she's like, are you going to include me in your conversations?
But, okay, so she said that to him on the way there. However, they were sitting there. Elizabeth's not dumb. She's a smart woman.
No, they're both very smart.
They were sitting there speaking in, what language are they? Romanian. She understood them.
Oh, yeah.
So
she understands more than she thinks.
She can be included in the conversation.
This is the thing,
you were
y'all.
right. I'm going to say this. Give me that pillow to give to you. Poodle is right. This is all an act, y'all.
I'm telling y'all, they both know what they're doing to each other. We can't even say he's an asshole anymore. She is complicit. They are putting on a show for us.
This is Andre's job.
I Love Lucy.
This is his job, to be an asshole.
Yep. Now, is it problematic that the shit he says about what women should do and how women should be treated? Yes, it is. He's doing that directly to wind her up.
Yeah.
And that's the goal of it, because that's all the better hate fucking they're going to have later on.
Yeah.
And when he crosses her eyes after pummeling her, or when she rides him and he gets in that something something, it's all there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now I need to have sex. Great.
Will Andre do A, cameos by himself, and B, shirtless? I should get you a shirtless Andre. I think he always does them with Elizabeth.
Ugh. Can she be out of the frame? And can he be playing with himself? What do I have to pay for that?
Anyway, y'all, that's basically it. They go with their friends. They meet. They come back, and he's basically saying, like, men have balls and don't take shit. And it's all scripted. It's all the same.
And it's all the same, like, men are from, men are the hunter-gatherers, and women
are from Venus, and all that shit.
Garbage.
Can we move on?
I want to say one thing. Let's see. Moldovan women are not outspoken, she says. And we are waiting for when her sister Jen comes. And
He's going to be horrible.
Now, I will say, not to both Elizabeth and Andre, they're actors. Her family, they're just garbage.
They're horrible.
They're garbage.
They're horrible.
And because I really do think that Andre and Elizabeth love each other on a cellular level. However, and I'm sure they have little disagreements, but they play up their disagreements for the camera.
They do.
That's all we're saying. The disagreements that she has with her family are probably played up too, but her family are a group of assholes.
They are.
Like, not even in a league of Andre Libby.
A league of extraordinary assholes. That's what we're calling them now.
League of Extraordinary Assholes.
League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Yes.
My name is Sean Connery. I'm an actor. And my name is Sean Connery.
That was a terrible movie that I think I saw with you.
I loved that movie.
Yeah, you're wrong.
I loved it.
Yeah.
The Dorian Gray guy was so cute.
Garbage movies.
They were great.
There's a reason why that wasn't a franchise.
Y'all, these episodes, I think, are just going to be longer. And
we're never going to get through them.
We apologize. We hope that's okay. I know some of you might be like, I miss my hour-long show. But Poodle and I were talking. Every episode has...
It's heavy.
They're heavy. They have all 7 couples. And we don't want to, we don't want to shortchange this shit to you. We don't want to, put half of it on the Patreon. We feel like this is out for everybody, so we want to go through it all.
This is regular feed 90 Day right now. We're doing 2 free shows a week, you guys.
Believe me when I say, if we could do this show in an hour and 15 like we normally would, it just doesn't allow for it.
We normally...
I hope you don't mind.
We recap at a certain speed, and we have to follow that. I have to follow my heart compass.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
Anyway, I hope that's okay with y'all. We apologize
know what? If
you
it's
think
not,
it's long.
fast forward. Who the fuck cares?
Put us on double time.
That's the thing. Y'all, you can always stop listening. That's the thing. You can move on.
I love it when people say they listen to us double time.
Fuck me.
Carl, they're talking real fast. I think the devil's in them, Carl.
Remember, y'all,
Carl,
that Carl's wife has been at home for 17 years.
There's an avocado leather recliner that she's been sitting on for a very long time.
And some of you have asked, we asked what Carl's wife's name was. She doesn't have a name. She's Carl's wife. She's every woman. She's every straight woman who happens across our podcast.
It's true.
And thinks it might be for her. And I'll be honest, Joel, Carl's wife is exactly our audience. And true. I love her to death.
It's true.
And Carl doesn't know how much sex tips she's getting for.
It's true.
Yeah.
She doesn't know that the reason that she tickles his balls when she gives him a blowjob is because 2 gay men told her that.
God bless Carl's wife.
Don't neglect the testicles.
Mm-hmm. Got to give them attention.
Mm-hmm. They're the besticles.
Mm-hmm. That was good. They're the besticles. Paul! Craney, I'm glad we're back at the hotel.
Back at the hotel!
Ooh, Paul!
What hotel are they at? Is it a Wyndham Inn?
It's like a Wyndham Inn, yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so they're changing the baby's diaper.
That cute baby.
Adorable fucking...
Y'all, by the way, I think we mentioned this on our Patreon, but Jackie Weissman, our Facebook moderator,
she had her baby. Hannah Beth, y'all.
Hannah Beth.
Congratulations to Jackie on popping out Hannah Beth.
And we will say, that baby's fucking cute.
It's a cute baby.
It's a cute baby with a lot of hair.
I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, it's true. Poodle won't. He would have told Jackie.
Jackie will kill me.
He was like, congratulations on your baby, and left it at that.
I would have. Congratulations on having a baby.
Yeah, but he did.
No.
So anyway, Jackie, enjoy. Y'all be nice in the Facebook group because she's taking some time off while Chris and Andrea
are trying to handle. So y'all don't get all crazy about masks or some shit.
Y'all been pretty good.
Yeah.
We will say, y'all, if you think a mask is a political thing,
you're wrong.
Jake and I don't. So
yeah.
If you disagree with that, don't talk about it in a group.
You may want to be quiet for the next 6 months.
If somebody posts a meme about how people should wear a mask, we think that's funny and we support that.
Yeah. And it's not a political thing.
So sorry.
It's a public health issue.
We believe in science and my sister-in-law who's on the front lines watching people die.
Wow, that was passive aggressive.
But that's true. That's what we believe.
Y'all, some of you think that I'm mean. This cunt sitting next to me is so mean. You don't even know.
I don't like foolishness.
She's mean.
I don't like
as
foolishness.
The devil.
Don't like
Someone
foolishness.
else said, I think it was Ashwini said, who does Maddie hate? And I said, oh, that's all an act. She hates plenty of people.
No, not really, no.
Yeah.
I just get sad for people.
Ooh.
I just get sad for 'em.
Isn't that convenient? You hate plenty of people. You're just so happy with me taking on the heavy, mean one. You're so happy. And I don't mind, you guys. Because I'm a bitch that says something. And we need bitches that say something in this life.
It's true.
Anyway, let's talk
congratulations.
Congratulations, Jackie and Sam.
So this baby, this is how they solve their money problems. Put Pierre in fucking Gerber ads.
A fucking Gerber ad. He's an adorable baby. It's not fair.
Poodle gets really angry.
Paul and Karini's baby is the cutest of all of them.
It's gorgeous.
They won the genetic lottery.
He really did.
Yeah, definitely over Shy, definitely over baby Eleanor.
Yeah, baby Eleanor's cute, but come on, this baby.
It's too much like Andre, which is not cute as a baby. Now as a man, it's hot. Who else? What other babies?
Who else has babies?
Taeyong is cute.
Taeyong is cute. That's a cute baby.
But it's still Pierre, y'all. That's
Pierre.
gonna win number one. It's a fucking Gerber baby.
Paul does have gorgeous eyes,
and he had probably full cheeks like I did. I was called Porky Jaws for my first 2 years. Glad that stuck. Anyway, so Paul is like, Granny.
He did. You had uncles that called you that when you were like, hey, Porky Jaws.
Look at Porky Jaws over there.
Oh, my God. That was your worst nightmare.
Because Porky Jaws with a pig. So anyway, they're changing Pierre's diaper.
Someone just drove off the road. Anyway, y'all. So
they're changing, and Paul's like, friend, don't forget to clean his balls.
Okay, Paul.
That's what she says. Okay, Paul.
Okay, Paul.
Anyway, he's going to be a terrible helicopter dad, y'all.
Oh, yes.
Awful, but not even for the right things.
Yes.
So he's like, you gonna come to dinner with Karini? Gonna come to dinner, friend, with Mama and Pierre? She's like, no, I don't feel like it. She's not going. And that pisses him off because now he can't pimp out his wife and daughter or his wife and son to his mother, and because that's who his mother really cares about.
It's really fucking gross.
It's awful.
How gross
awful.
is.
He's disgusting. Paul is a loser. He's the worst.
He has no scruples. That's the best word for it. He has no scruples. He will sell his children, pardon me, just to...
I like it how dainty that was. You covered yourself with your full hand and went, pardon.
I did.
And you just burped like a goddamn drunkard from The Simpsons.
You have literally farted on camera, or like on microphone.
Mary Shesky said, did someone break wind?
Yes.
Probably. Anyway, so Paul, you guys, goes to the restaurant to meet his mother, and I think this is time for another installment of 90 Days Theater. I'll be playing the role, of course, of Paul. And is someone making fucking popcorn? Do you smell that?
Delicious. Someone's making popcorn.
I hate my neighborhood. Someone's making popcorn, and I want to scratch this bitch's eyes out.
And I want to go to the movies. I miss it. That's okay. We can wait, but I miss y'all because was hot. And that's what
when you're hot, you go to the movies in LA.
When you're hot in LA, you go to the movies, and we can't go right now.
Why are you making me want things? All right.
I just want pop. You go to a movie in the cold day, and then you come home that night, and then you just have a guy come over with his 8-inch throbbing, uncut Latin dick.
That reminds me, I need to check my phone.
Just make Poodle want all the things.
I'll go Piano Cat 77. We'll get involved later on tonight because I still can't have actual physical contact.
What? So if you don't show your picture, what do you just have an emoji of the Thundercat? Is that you?
You don't show your picture. You have like a picture of like your bicep or some shit like that. Or like some avatar of your face. Or some like piano.
You just have like your elbow.
Yeah, that's the sexiest part of me, actually, my elbow.
No, that's not true. You're a handsome person.
Thank you. Let's move on. We're getting into a weird area. I would not have you. So I'm not inviting you. Easy.
I like that you think you invite people to your asshole. You're like, come on, everybody. It's a barn raising. A barn raising. A barn raising. It's a barn raising. Come on now. Come on here. Poodle's ass is in the rear. We're gonna fuck it. Gonna fuck it. Gonna fuck it up tonight. Come and get it, y'all. Woo!
Where were we? Did it have something to do with...
I just sang a song about fucking your ass in a barn raising.
And it came out pretty good.
Wow.
So I'm going to be Paul, and you're going to be Paul's mother.
I'll be Mary. Who, by the way, I think Mary went to like a gay stylist for this because this is the best she's looked.
She did. She's got her like toucan earrings in too.
I noticed them as
toucan
well.
Sam.
All
right.
Yeah.
Here we go. So
she's got a whole theme. She has on beautiful. Her makeup's done. Her hair. It's still a bad haircut, y'all.
It's like,
but it looks
1978.
Good. It's like she takes the hot roller and curls her bangs.
She does,
and then just kind of teases it out. My cousin Lolo used to do that. Anyway, and she's got birds on her shirt, and then
if you're playing at home, bingo, cousin Lolo. Don't go ahead and mark that one down. Also, song about my ass. That's already been there too.
Someone
the 90 Day Gays bingo. Cousin Lolo. People have done it because we're so predictable. You mostly.
Anyway,
but cousin Lolo is definitely a part on your bingo card.
We're gonna do bingo for our live shows.
Yeah, cousin fucking Lolo.
She's not a good person now.
Yeah. Why don't we talk about her then?
And, because she was a huge part of my growing up. She babysat me all the time.
Well, maybe
She got me into music and Barbara Mandrell.
Maybe we cancel her.
Maybe.
Okay.
Anyway, y'all, she's got her parakeet earrings on and scene. Well, hey Mom. Paul, it's good to see you.
Hey, friend.
Where's Karini? I'm excited to eat here. You know, they changed the buffet a little bit. They got rid of cottage cheese. I'm upset about that.
You know, friend,
Where's your wife
I really
and
like
your baby?
I really like their shrimp on sticks here. I can't wait to have those. I really missed those when I was in Brazil, mother.
All right, I'm not paying for that, Paul.
Karini.
Where is your wife? Where's that baby?
Karini is not coming, and they decided they would not come, friend.
Paul, that's the only reason I came to see them. Why do I want to see you?
That really hurts. But I should really ask you, Mother.
I came to thought she's coming.
I should ask you for money again. Maybe just a loan. Could we have a loan, friend?
Well, goddamn, son, I haven't even got my iced tea yet. Boy. Wow. You just don't have anybody else, so you're just asking me. You should have thought about these things, Paul.
I have made some bad decisions in the past.
And,
that time that I bought you that friend. I bought you that tortoise for your birthday.
Now that was a bad decision, Paul.
And maybe the time that I tried to circumcise that dog's old champ next door.
I'm still paying that bill to the neighbors.
Yeah. And the other time when I thought that I could coax my track and field coach into that multi-level marketing thing.
I really wish they had the cottage cheese here. I'm nervous, Paul. This makes me nervous because you're just a loser.
I want some food on a stick. Can I get that?
You can, but that's all you're getting from me. Don't bring up your baby. Don't try to manipulate me with your baby.
If you send a picture of Pierre, he's really cute.
Let me see it.
Here you go.
Oh, wait.
Money.
Maybe
Mama,
I
money.
should give him
money.
Maybe
money.
Money.
This is your right earring, Mary. Don't give Paul that money.
Don't listen to that parrot, Mama. Don't listen to that parrot.
He's a loser, Mary. He's just gonna burn down your house.
Those parrots don't know what they're talking about, friend.
Paul, take the picture back. I'm not giving you any money. I can't even walk into an illumination store anymore without feeling traumatic.
And see, I can't go on after Illuminations.
Come at me if you remember Illumination.
I can't go on. Y'all,
The funniest part
you've
about
all
that,
been to Illuminations in the mall.
I loved Illumination.
Oh, I hated it. But that's you're a candle queer.
You know
I'm
that-
not a candle fag.
The funniest part about that is that Paul has tried to do multi-level marketing.
Yes, that's why I said it.
He has.
And he probably tried to circumcise the dog next door.
Oh, God.
Anyway, y'all.
Thank God for those parakeet earrings because Mary holds strong.
And she's like, Paul, you need to have some pride.
She
Not
goes
to-
in.
yeah.
Paul, you have pride
Yeah.
for yourself.
Yeah, it's really bad.
Paul, I pray for you a lot.
Yeah, that's how they end it, y'all.
I mean, Mary is not budging. I'm impressed.
She did not come here to play.
I thought she would have budged by now.
I think that was outside in the alley.
Oh, my God. I thought someone was in your place going to kill us. Is your door locked?
Yes.
Thank goodness.
Anyway, y'all. So they are now in. Paul and Karini are going to the supermarket, which looks like a Tom Thumb.
It's actually, it might be. It's
Or
a Kroger.
Kroger,
It's
yeah.
a Kroger. Nice, fine, wherever you are.
And he's really trying to sell America to her, you guys.
He's not subtle about it at all.
And she's like, Paul, I've been to a supermarket. We have them.
She's like, we have them in Brazil. You know what?
I don't see how most beautiful it is.
I think this calls for. I know
Yet
we just
another.
yet another.
Okay,
y'all. We haven't really been doing a lot of 90 Days Theater on Happily
should
Ever
we
After.
switch it up and me be Karini and you be Paul? No.
Are you people?
You're
Someone
right.
just threw their phone across their living room and went, "No!"
All right, friend. Look at these apples. Look at these bananas.
Paul.
Have you ever seen this? Look at this. We can get anything at any time. You can get. Look at the beautiful apples. And
I know, Paul.
Karini,
know.
Karini, we need diapers. And look, it's 5 for 5. You say 5 for 5.
Okay.
It's 5 for 5. You say 5 for 5.
Okay.
You say 5 for 5.
Okay.
You say 5 for 5.
Okay.
10 for 10.
Paul.
But Karini, you also need. Look over here. What are these called? Are they tampons? Are they max pads?
No.
You like the no wings, right?
No,
What are they?
no.
Maybe I'll go.
No.
Maybe I'll go out to the pharmacist.
Stupido.
You like? Is it diamonds,
Stupido.
pearls, opals, garnets,
This motherfucker.
diamonds,
Ay,
pearls,
ay,
opals,
ay, Dios
garments,
mío.
emeralds?
Ay,
What do you like?
ay,
What do you
ay.
like? What do you like in your coochie?
Jesus para mí.
Anyway, we're gonna save a lot of money.
Paul.
And
see. Okay.
He
Paul
literally
going off about
spiraled.
everything. It's going to become iconic 90 Days Paul.
He spiraled so hard in the grocery store, y'all. He was trying to save money. And I want to say, you don't need, if like 5 for 5, you don't need to buy 5.
You don't. But the deal is, if you don't buy 5, then you don't get a discount.
No,
And
you
that's-
still do.
Oh, you do?
You still get the discount.
Oh.
I believe so.
I don't know.
Yeah.
And maybe, as Paul said, he could talk to the pharmacist or a manager. Y'all, this just confirmed one of our favorite segments of Best by Paul.
Oh.
That if this 5 for 5 didn't confirm Best by Paul.
5 for 5. 5 for 5.
Because
5 for
y'all
5.
know.
No, it's 5 for 5. El Promotion.
He is such a
Y'all,
loser.
His OCD is so strong in this.
It's-
When he started talking about like tampons and pads, she was like, please, Paul.
And then he does all this, and then at the end he's like, Beautiful story. Isn't it? It's beautiful. It's so great. It's wonderful, right? Right, Cranny? Just magical. It's like heaven.
Yeah, it's really awful. Anyway, after that, you guys, they decided to do another. This is Louisville House Hunters edition.
Yeah. Yes, so it's
Besides Ton of Chains.
It's not a ton of cheats. House Hunters Louisville. So they're going to look at houses.
That we don't even get the name of the real estate agent. She's
We
just a
don't.
black lady.
She's just a lady just selling real estate.
And the first one looks like a mobile home that's been hit by a tornado.
It's horrible. Like
Y'all,
someone did a
there's
lot of
stuff
meth here.
strewn everywhere.
Like, this had to be a bit, right? This
I
had to be
hope
fake.
so.
Like, Paul would never...
Like, you guys, there's no walls. There's no walls in this mobile home.
It's just... I
There's
don't
a
know if
bathroom.
this desperate Paul, because
And Paul's like, I don't know, it's kind of nice.
I feel like this has to be an act. It has to be.
Yeah.
But then, I don't know, because then they go to a second home, and it's a small
It's an RV.
RV.
No, it's a fucking RV.
Which, having a baby in an RV, that would be so...
It's a terrible idea.
And Paul is saying that's what they can afford and trying to convince her of that.
And he's like, we can be neat and tidy, very organized. Yeah, I'd like to see both of you be neat and tidy. You need 3 rooms for your stuffed animals.
Have you seen how everybody came for Karini talking about Paul's car because of her room?
And everyone's like, she's complaining about the trash. And we've seen Karini's hotel rooms.
It's pretty fucking brutal.
That poop emoji's like, yeah, see, you're not going to get that cost not that really dirty, Karini.
And you call me shit.
Yeah, and the unicorn emoji's like, really? Are you? That's the pot calling the kettle. Lavender.
Lavender. And then probably the saddest part of all is Paul says, so how much is the lot rental? And the woman says, $500 for the Winnebago.
And he goes,
a month.
Too much. We're
Y'all,
outpriced.
Paul doesn't even have $500 to his name.
Yeah, per month.
That is fucking sad. And I get it. People going...
Fran, we're income challenged right now.
I wonder if he has severe ADHD and can't focus.
I think that's part of it.
And he's not on medication.
I can't... Here's the thing. Yes, the mom should have a problem with it. But at the end of the day, and I'm not mad at his mom for doing this, but at the end of the day, he said, Mom, we're not going to do okay with my grandchild if we don't get a place to live. Maybe if you could only not give us a loan, but if you could exclusively pay our rent instead of giving us a loan. What would that be like?
Possibly. If I was her, what I would do, because I get where she's coming from. Paul is not a normal...
Me too. No.
Paul's not a normal kid.
He's a fucking loser.
And she knows if he lets Paul in the house, he will stay forever and not get out.
It is her grandchild, though.
So
what do you do?
I would take in Karini and the grandchild.
That is I was thinking about that. That's exactly what I would do.
And I would tell Paul, you can't visit, you can't see your kid until you get your life together.
You know what?
Until you have a fucking apartment, a job.
That's exactly what I would do.
You earn the right to see your family when you can support them.
Yeah.
That's what I would say. But that baby, I would take that baby, and because I feel sorry for Karini.
Yeah,
she's
Karini,
she's been hornswoggled.
She is. She's been hornswoggled. She, honestly, but at the same time, Mary doesn't want to live with Karini.
Well, I put up with that.
Yeah.
Or actually, Paul's father doesn't want to live with Karini.
That's true. We haven't seen Paul's father.
I don't think we ever will.
Yeah. Anyway, that's the show, y'all.
That's a 3-hour fucking show.
Damn it. This show's never going to end.
Y'all, we're going to save we always save our sissy shout-outs and our sissy spotlight.
Because I'm exhausted.
We're going to save that for the other way, which will
night.
be tomorrow night. Well, on Tuesday night for y'all to listen to. But you can go to 90daygaze.com. Again, go to Instagram and you can see we posted our new
Love After Lockup artwork.
We posted that. We also have the meme up of our Larissa meme up is on Instagram. You can check that out.
I need to be strippery.
Exactly. You can check that out. Y'all, and if you like those memes and things like that,
please share them.
Share them, or if it's on Instagram, tag your friends in them that you want to see.
Yeah.
That
And
really
y'all-
means a lot to us. We
and if-
really want to get a lot of people to see that.
And y'all like Reddit sissies? If you're a big Reddit hoe,
yeah.
Reddit is one of our favorite places to share stuff.
Yeah, or if you're
So-
on another 90 Day Fiancé group in
Yeah.
Facebook or whatever,
Yeah.
we would love it if you would share our
Same
stuff.
thing for like Smothered, you guys. We have a great meme on Smothered that's on our Patreon.
That's on our
with
Instagram,
Brittany
yeah.
and Mary with the colonic, the classic scene. And if you
that episode's up for free on our
yeah,
podcast.
and if you want to like share that to like a Smothered group or Smothered Reddit, please feel free. We would we would love that.
We need to think of a good phrase because people say sharing is caring, but I don't really like that. We need to think of something good to remind people.
Whoring is not boring.
I like it, y'all. Whoring is not boring. So share our shit. I love it. Good job, Poodle.
Boom.
We might have a new T-shirt. Good job. Y'all go to 90daygays.com and you can find all of that in the show notes. You can find the show notes. You can come at us on Cameo.
My skin is
You
so
can find
white.
our friends Linda and Ashley are going to have their show drop on Wednesday.
90 Day the Melanated.
The Melanated Way. Yes, you can find that's going to be in our show links as well. Hopefully they'll let
Y'all come
that.
at us on Cameo.
Yeah, that's what's
At Jake It, you already said it.
that's fine. You're at Jake It or Fake It.
At Jake It or Fake It.
And I'm at the Matt Martu
To do to our
having a good time.
love.
You know, we probably need to do. We just have been too busy. Some of you have been asking, when are y'all going to do drunk cameos again?
Oh, we need to do those.
We've been too busy.
Maybe
the end of
Monday
this-
night. Maybe tomorrow night.
It's a weeknight. I have a busy morning on Tuesday.
Oh, well, I guess your busy morning is more important than everybody's. Well, maybe Saturday night. We say after the watching
Yeah,
chat.
maybe we'll do it then. So
We'll
yeah.
do drunk cameos.
Yeah, we'll do it on Saturday.
We'll
Oh,
do it once a
God.
month. God, my liver can't take this.
Yeah, because you're, yeah.
My liver's like, give me more,
Give
you
me
bitch.
more. Give me more, you bitch.
I love a challenge.
And on that note, y'all, we call these people lonely hearts because aren't we all just lonely hearts looking for love, Poodle?
Yes, and if you need to buy your wife pads, tampons, diamonds, pearls, emeralds, garnets, rubies, and any other such jewelry, call us.